Edmonton. The hockey catchphrase right now is wait and see. The Edmonton Oilers feel like they're a better team this season, but they need some wins to prove it. Vancouver Canucks, on the other hand, have a better record, but they've had some ugly losses that make some down on the season. They don't need to step forward, but they need them to be good right off the hop to finish the season this time round. Referees tonight are Brian Miller and Kyle Raymond. Darren Pete's last game, but he's given up 5 goals by the linesman. And we're ready for hockey. And for the first time in Rogers Cup, he's 10-0. Connor McDavid's career against Edmonton. He has high-priced all night long. The Vince pair, Chris Tanev, Alexander back to Vancouver, and the Oilers start at the right end of the ring. They have Nikita Nikitin and Mark Maina to play against the City. They'll have to come and figure those two out. The two with 80 points in 40 games against them. Here's Hall with a little room off the wing. He snares the shot, and Tanev blocked that. Hendrick City battling down low in his own zone. Hall beats the puck in. Little cycle game as the Oilers take a page out of the Sedin's book. And the Sedin's around Bravada gets the puck back, and late in his shift, Bravada dumps it in and starts the first change. So an encouraging start for Edmonton. They play the right end of the rink. Mark Arcavello takes over at center now. He's with David Perron. Yakupov is Perron, number 57, with a puck and a wide pass. Yakupov couldn't take it on his stick. Back is Ryan Stanton, paired on defense with Kevin Bieksa. Right up the middle, Nick Bonino beats Chris Higgins on his off wing. Backhander, a big rebound off Scrivens, and Bonino can't put it in. Juicy rebound, and just missing was Nick Bonino. It was the centering pass, didn't get to Chris Higgins in front of the net. That would have been a disaster. Bonino scored there. Here's Bieksa trying. Another shot off the side of the net from Chris Higgins as Vancouver on the second shift has a pretty good chance to get the game's first goal. Ryan Stanton leading through the neutral zone, dumps the bucket and starts another change.
Well, so much talk about a fast start. A good job by the Nugent-Hopkins line getting the Sedins pinned in their own zone. But the second line out, real inexperience, a bad turnover, and that created the odd man rush.
Leon Draisaitl, number 29, is forechecking here. He's with Teddy Purcell. And Pouliot on the Edmonton forward line. Pouliot, number 67, with a shot. Missed the net. And the defenseman, Schultz, had pitched on the right side, so the puck comes all the way down to Holmes. Purcell is back. He's the puck away. And the Oilers quickly got it back. Draisaitl starts up, trying to bounce the puck ahead for Pouliot. Couldn't do it. Turn it over in the neutral zone. Draisaitl, Sean Mathias, Brad Richardson on the ice. And Zach Cassian's back in the lineup after missing 5 games with an injury, and they make a change here. The fourth lines for both teams will come on the ice. Derek Dorsett playing with Bo Horvat and Yannick Hansen for Vancouver. Very reliable fourth line for Edmonton. Boyd Gordon, now he got a fight. And Yannick, a predictable scrap early in the game. This is Dorsett and Steve by Yannick Hansen for Vancouver. Very reliable fourth line for Edmonton. Boyd Gordon, now he got a fight. A predictable scrap early in the game. This is Dorsett and Steve Pinizzano, a former Vancouver Canuck, a 30-goal journeyman who was just called up to do exactly this, I think, fire up his team.
And you get called up in the American Hockey League, you get into the lineup, even though it's an old team you played for, you pick the guy who didn't play there when you did. And Pinizzano, no question about his motive early on. Get involved, be aggressive, and Dorsett is the one guy that you would pick. A little bit of a talk, a little tug on the jersey, and neither guy really got the jump. One thing you did see the jump on, though, is the Vancouver Canucks. If you make a bad read and there's Perron on the side wall, loses his man, but does a good job of coming back hard. And after a 3-on-2, he came back to the front of the net to make a help. So after a 3-on-2, he came back to the front of the net to make a help. Some anxious moments as the crowd, as you mentioned, Jim, settling in here. Scrivens was down and really got scored on. Yeah, really got the jump. One thing you did see the jump on, though, is the Vancouver Canucks. If you make a bad read and there's Perron on the side wall, loses his man, but does a good job of coming back hard. And after a 3-on-2, he came back to the front of the net to make a help. Some anxious moments as the crowd, as you mentioned, Jim, settling in here. Scrivens was down and really got scored on. Canucks, if you make a bad read and there's Perron on the side wall, loses his man, but does a good job of coming back hard. And after a 3-on-2, he came back to the front of the net to make a help. Some anxious moments as the crowd, as you mentioned, Jim, settling in here. Scrivens was down and They really got scored to the front of the net to make a help. Some anxious moments as the crowd, as you mentioned, Jim, settling in here as Scrivens was down and really got scored on.
Back to the top lines and disadvantage here. Fontanzi's from fighting. There's Al Dorset. And you'll see Urbana gets a touch one of his own zone. Turns back. Alexander back for the puck. Mark Payne on the ice against the Twins again. Urbana cuts through the middle of the ice. Tipped the puck to center. Daniel to Henrik Sedin. A little speed bump there. He fell down and Urbana took a shot that went wide of the net. Henrik and Daniel gave up the puck. Nugent Hopkins. And for Eberle out of his reach, so Alex Edler has the puck for Vancouver. To Chris Tanev and back in. And the play is just offside.
Daniel in the middle. Top line. You're so aware when they're out.
Here's the Vancouver line that just about scored in its first shift. Nick Bonino's line. From a blue line, a shot. And the play, Alex Edler has the puck for Vancouver. To Chris Tanev and back in. And the play is just offside. Down between the benches, Glenn Healy's with us tonight.
Spirited start for both teams, and when you play against the Steeds, you got to be so careful. There's a great play by Daniel. He uses his body to make sure he protects the puck, and they clear the zone. Speaking of clearing the zone, you see Daniel? No, he can't because he's gone, and yet backs off the tee. Savannah finds that little spot in the middle, and they are out and playing offense. So dangerous to play against that top line. You're so aware when they're out.
Here's the Vancouver line that just about scored in its first shift. Nick Bonino's line. From a blue line, a shot and a tip right on. Higgins with another chance, and Scrivens had to be sharp there. David Perron threw the puck away. He was lucky he got outside the blue line. Ryan Stanton to Kevin Bieksa. A rink wide pass. Higgins now with some speed into the attacking zone with his shot. Scrivens the save. And Higgins bounced the puck behind the net. David Perron. He scored once and he bounces the puck out to center. Mark Arcabello is in the middle. Over the blue line, Neil Yakupov gave up the puck, and behind the defense already is Bonino. Got nobody with him. Arcabello came back.
A couple of loose reads here early on for the defense of the Oilers, letting guys sit behind them. And that's something Glenn mentioned even on the stationary breakout by Vancouver, but they've done it twice here in the offensive zone.
There's Brad Richardson driving wild. It's a little different look from Vancouver. Centering pass, hit a stick and bounced up in the air. Mathias couldn't get it. Julian back the other way for Edmonton, dump the puck in. Eddie Purcell forechecking. And the puck is shoveled up the boards. And through center there again, Zach Cassian was trying to get in behind the defense, and he forced that defenseman, Keith Allen, to stay way back on his own side of center.
The D group is not exactly mobile. So you back them off with speed, it'll work.
Alex Edler back in his own zone. And Hendricks on the forecheck. He's got David Perron with him, double shifting because of the penalty to Steve Pinizzotto. One comes Boyd Gordon to the front of the net. And the Canucks have the puck. Alex Edler to Chris Tanev. Slowly going to break out to center. The Canucks are making a change here. Alex Burrows comes on to play with Bo Horvat. And Yannick Hansen. And Ben Scrivens hangs off.
And Jim, you think of the Vancouver Canucks have had 5 days to game plan against one opponent that they know they're going up against. So one thing they'd look for early is the D trying to jump up in the play. Petrie gets puck watching, doesn't see behind him that Higgins is all by himself. Another turnover, D jumping up on the play, not noticing another body behind. And you know there's got to be some communication on that Oiler bench with the defense to have a look behind him.
There's an Oiler turnover. Yannick Hansen has the puck, tried to bank it in off Scrivens and couldn't do it. Hansen back after the puck. David Perron against rookie Bo Horvat. Back in the lineup for his 6th NHL game. Perron, pitching defenseman Kevin Bieksa wouldn't let him out. So they'll try the other side. And the Oilers do get out to center. Gordon got the puck there. He's going to change after he took a bump at the bench. And the Canucks move the puck back in. Jordan Eberle has just come onto the ice with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The Sedins are coming on for Vancouver. And now the changes are complete and the breakout starts. Eberle with a drop pass to Hall. Couldn't make a move to get by Radim Verbata, and the Canucks have the puck back. Dan Hamhuis with his head up, gets to center. Verbata on his off wing, tipped the puck in. Jeff Petrie's back against him. Daniel Sedin, Dan Hamhuis, Yannick Weber. Hendrick to Daniel Sedin. Burrows is coming off the bench as the Canucks start to change, and he'll go after the shooter. Keith Hawley is back. Dietrich, no forecheck here. He's got a little time as Higgins was just coming off the bench, so the puck gets to center. And Chris Tanev takes it back for Vancouver. Mark Arcobello is on him in a hurry. Nail Yakupov with a wild centering pass that didn't get anywhere close to David Perron. Chris Higgins, a hard around. There's the Canucks with a 2-on-1. Here's Burrows with Bonino. And a pass in the air that Bonino couldn't handle. Again, they get in behind the defense, though.
It's an aggressive pinch by Hawley on the left side there. Didn't get support from his forwards. And the Vancouver Canucks able to take advantage there.
David Perron. Arcobello to the front of the net, and Yakupov couldn't come up with a puck. Then that Schultz was up on the play, so he's caught. Here's Zach Kassian to the net, taken down, and the puck is cleared to the boards, but not out. Kevin Bieksa. Eddie Purcell for the Oilers drops the puck back. And a breakout attempt bounces through center. Here's Leon Draisaitl with some speed, chased by Richardson. Stanton takes the man, and Draisaitl went down. Quickly, the Canucks will start out. They've got numbers to center. They're 4-on-2, but Kevin Bieksa lost control of the puck, and he turns and dumps it in.
Third time this period, the Vancouver Canucks have come up the ice with numbers, an on-man run.
And the net has been knocked off, so the play will be stopped here. Lots of continuous action, but no goals. The shot's 5-1 for Vancouver on Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey from Edmonton. The face-off circle, Boyd Gordon's been money in the bank. He takes 60% of the defensive zone face-offs for the Oilers, and he wins 60% of them.
Well, he won 78% against Arizona, so you win the draw, and then you create a turnover. That turnover leads to a good scoring chance. That shouldn't happen.
And guys, the balance of being aggressive offensively, thinking offense, but getting caught. Look at the defenseman, Hawley comes all the way down. 3 forwards get trapped in, and there's the on-man numbers that Glenn was talking about early on by the Vancouver Canucks.
Derek Dorset, Steve Pinizzotto have served their time, and they're out against each other once again as the respective fourth lines face off. Oilers dump the puck in, and the Canucks try to move it right back out. Hansen tipped the puck through the neutral zone. There's a race. Dorset trying to get there. Scrivens played the puck, so no icing call, and he gave it away. Dorset. Bo Horvat along the boards. Yannick Hansen, the third man, and the pinching defenseman Yannick Weber couldn't get the puck. Hendricks overskated it. Weber dumps it back in for Vancouver. Horvat. But Dorset has scored the game winner shorthanded in the last game that Vancouver beat Edmonton. He just about got a shot from the same spot thanks to Spearman's giveaway. He cleared the puck. There's a long shoot in on Ryan Miller. Both teams changing. Top lines come back on. Henrik Sedin. Lots of space. Horvat has now joined him on his right. Daniels over on his left. 1-on-4. Henrik tried to make a pass that hit Taylor Hall. And the Oilers quickly get out to center. They might have numbers here. Everly, though, left the puck behind, and he put himself offside trying to get control.
We showed the one face-off by Boyd Gordon. He's fifth best in the NHL. Here's another one. Of course, face-off. Look at Hendricks. Tries to take off through the middle. No one picks him up. No pass made. And there was a result. No scoring chance. And so far now, 9 minutes into this game, I have the Edmonton Oilers with no scoring chances. But there's an example where you know the win is going to happen in the face-off draw. You could do set plays. Vancouver's maybe the best in the league at it.
Oilers are winning all the faceoffs early in this one, though. 5 of 6. And Daniel dumps the puck in. Keita McKean back against him. Henrik Sedin off the boards. Chris Tanev takes the shot, hit a leg, and bounces to the boards. Daniel trying to feed Hendrick. This is where the Sedins have given the Oilers so much trouble. The cycle along the boards, and now Daniel Sedin is knocked down with the boards. Henrik Sedin off the boards. Chris Tanev takes the shot, hit a leg. That's blocked by Boyd Gordon for its last 23, so there's some changes. Hamhuis is on it with a shot that's blocked by Boyd Gordon. And Hamhuis has to get back in a hurry. Kevin Bieksa is there with him. And Hendricks and Boyd Gordon start the penalty kill. Canucks have their second unit that hasn't scored a goal yet up front. Bonino, Alex Burrows, who took that pass, and they decided to curl around and set up Bieksa. Chris Higgins now. Hamhuis is available for the backdoor play, but the pass for the low line is intercepted. Here's a 2-on-1 to shorthand. Nugent Hopkins with Pouliot. Nugent Hopkins shoots and Miller made the save. Alex Burrows with a long pass to Chris Higgins as the power play starts to change up. Henrik Sedin to Daniel Sedin to Higgins that hit the skate of Mark Payne. And the Oilers get the puck and they're able to clear it. Canucks were using Linden Bay as part of their first power play unit that's on the ice now, but since they failed to score in their last 12 opportunities, they got back to 2 defensemen. Yannick Weber is on the power play with the Sedins up front. Adam Bravada takes a pass from Henrik Sedin. Daniels parked in front. Weber with Alex Edler, 2 good shooters at the blue line. Bravada with the puck. Henrik Sedin, big crowd in front now. Oilers have all collapsed to the net. The puck didn't get out front. Weber on his offside had the puck poked away and diving to get the puck out of his own zone is Point Gordon. Last gasp for this power play coming up. Henrik Sedin to Alex Edler, rink wide out of the reach of Weber. Now he's set up Henrik Sedin. Daniel. In comes Yannick Weber. Takes the pass and sets up Alex Edler. Around the outside they go. Henrik Sedin to Daniel. Had Bravada there for a second and didn't spot him. Bravada now. He turns and fires and he misses the net just as the penalty expires and the Oilers are back to 5-on-5. Henrik to Daniel. To the blue line. Alex Edler passes off. Henrik. Defenders are tired now and need to stop and play. Henrik went after the puck behind the net. It's lifted in the air. It's Boyd Gordon. Dead tired, put the puck over the glass and out of play, and there's another penalty coming up for the Oilers on Scotiabank. Wednesday night hockey from Edmonton. Oilers' best and penalty killer is in the box, and this is a penalty born of fatigue.
Yeah, a long shift. The Sedins were in the zone.
Box, and this is a penalty born of fatigue.
Yeah, a long shift. The Sedins were in the zone for so long. In fact, even with the commercial timeout, they are not the shift. The Sedins were in the zone for so long. In fact, even with the commercial timeout, they are not going to be on to start this power play. How did the puck get into the zone? Well, it's right here. There's the quarterback telling his brother, come back with the play, will enter with speed, and they did.
The best opportunity of short-handed Nugent Hopkins. Look at the exit, take away the passing lane. You know Nugent Hopkins' best asset is his passing ability. He takes it away and forces him to shoot.
So the Oilers get the draw on his second consecutive penalty kill and get the puck down the ice. Mark Harker's
best asset, Nugent Hopkins. Look at the exit, take away the passing lane. You know Nugent Hopkins' best asset is his passing ability. He takes it away and forces him to shoot.
So the Oilers get the draw on his second consecutive penalty kill and get the puck down the ice. Mark Harker does a nice job here forcing the issue with Matt Hendricks. So the second power play centered by Nicholas Edmonds in his own zone. And uses the puck carrier out of the reach of Kevin Bieksa, and that's an icing call against the power play, and that might get the Sedins on in a hurry.
That's an interesting play, though. You know the fact that you get a TV timeout, as Glenn mentioned, and Willie Desjardins doesn't go with his top guys. Hey, you know the power play's been struggling. Maybe you're trying to give it a little spark by the second unit, but I can tell you, the top players, as soon as that arm goes up, their legs go over the bench. They want out there.
Well, they're ready to go after this face-off.
A little spark by the second unit, but I can tell you, the top players, as soon as that arm goes up, their legs go over the bench. They want out there.
Well, they're ready to go after this face-off.
There's 2 in this building, Simmer, that weren't told when to go on. That's saying Gretzky. It was expected. If you didn't want them on, you probably weren't coaching for so long.
I had to stay for the icing ball. The second unit power player is staying on the ice. They're not going to change into the attacking zone. Benito with a shot up high. Scrimmage with a nice save there. He fought it off. Dan Andrews is in deep. Double team, and the puck comes around the boards, and Burrows can't hold it in for Vancouver. So now the Sedins are standing. Hendrick had a leg over the boards. They want on, and here they come.
Burrows was back at the point, and Daniel standing up anxiously, waiting for him to come off.
Henry, pass to Daniel, didn't get by Mark Payne. So we go back to the blue line. Alex Edler on the other side. Yannick Weber. Daniel Sedin. Weber moved over to the other side and was available on that backboard play for Maddow. Henrik and Daniel work the corner. Weber's in deep. Here's Daniel. Henrik, Bravada's in the slot. The pass comes back to Edler. He'll walk the line, passes off. Henrik to Daniel, tips wide. Weber couldn't get a hold of the puck. Fane couldn't clear it. The defenders can't change. Henrik, Sedin, cross-ice pass, too hot to handle for Bravada. And Fane gets the puck, gets it to center. The Oilers only able to change one of their penalty killers. And the Sedins have them on the run again. Fane couldn't change. Now he gets the puck out and heads over to the bench. The penalty's over. Vancouver's 0 for 2 in the power play.
Let's get a sense from that power play. It's still not as crisp as when it's successful. They snap that puck around without much thought. Seem to be a little bit pensive, a little bit hesitant, and not quite as crisp.
And that probably comes from failure over the last few games.
Over 14.
There's Chris Tanev with an opening, moves in, shoots, and that was blocked. However, inadvertently by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, that his pass for Taylor Hall is just out of his reach. Miller has been very busy, played the puck on the boards. Everly stopped it, then was knocked down. This is a shift for Edmonton's top line, not against the Sedins for the first time in the game. And we got another scrap going on here. He's been very busy, played the puck on the boards. Everly stopped it, then was knocked down. Shift for Edmonton's top line, not against the Sedins for the first time in the game. And we got another scrap out. There's a shift for Edmonton's top line, not against the Sedins for the first time in the game. And we got another scrap going on here.
The Extra's going to get a penalty. I think he had the original, didn't he?
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, the original, didn't he?
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him.
0% vertical score.
And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
And he's trying to take a pound.
Original, didn't he?
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
So a couple of
I think he had the original, didn't he?
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty,
0%
he
vertical
got
score.
up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
So a couple of scraps, but nary a goal. The Canucks have outshot the question. It looks like he's doing it. Andrew Ferris with him.
0% vertical
And
score.
he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Sesame.
Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the, I think he had the original,
0%
didn't he?
vertical
He's
score.
trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie. Too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him.
There was a good goal in the
Corner with him.
0%.
Pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
So a couple of scraps, but nary a goal.
Time for Lee and Gordie Howe from Floral, Saskatchewan. Dorset never saw Mr. Hockey play live, but he's seen tapes of his game and he's seen the drive and passion that Howe played with. Now, Dorset doesn't have the same resume, but you see some of that drive and passion in his game. Oh, he's on his way to 23rd.
And here's what
Lee and Gordie.
Not against the Sedins. That's the first time in the game.
Sesame Street.
And we got another scrap going on here.
the Extra's going to get a penalty. I think he had the original, didn't he?
And he's trying to take Andrew Ferris with him. And he's trying to take a pound of flesh, and it looks like he's doing it.
Andrew Ferentz was a willing combatant too when the penalty, he got up and he went right after him in the corner. Ran over the goalie.
So So a couple of scraps, but nary a goal. The Canucks have outshot the Oilers 6-3 on Wednesday Night Hockey.
Welcome back to Rexall Place, and now it's time for our Boston Pizza Bio, where we focus in on a couple of hockey players from Saskatchewan. One from Kindersley and Gordie Howe from Floral, Saskatchewan. Dorset never saw Mr. Hockey play live, but he's seen tapes of his game, and he's seen the drive and passion that Howe played with. Now, Dorset doesn't have the same resume, but you see some of that drive and passion in his game. Also, something else Dorset has in common with the 86-year-old, he once had a Gordie Howe hat-trick, February 21st, when he played with Columbus and against Detroit.
Oh, he's on his way tonight. He's already got the fight. Penalties here to Kevin Bieksa and Andrew Ferentz, and the Oilers are going to get a power play on this.
And here's why the fight started. You can see a little trip up there by Bieksa, and Ferentz goes right after him. In fairness, it looked like Bieksa at the last second went to move and tripped over, so Burrows takes the penalty for Bieksa, and a power play opportunity here for the Oilers.
Power play that's shown signs of life in the past couple of games, but is 25th in the league. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, David Perron, Jordan Eberle, Taylor Hall, Justin Schultz out on the power play.
Jim, they went for a dreadful 1-for-27 stretch until they finally combined for a couple in the last two games, 2 for 8 during that time. Just look for some confidence and some shots on goal here. Real determined effort to get the puck to the net.
Vancouver's penalty kill's been pretty good, 7th in the league. It's a good hustle by Brad Richardson to get the puck out of his own zone.
5 minutes per play.
Filling here with Derek Lewis. Now he's into the defenseman.
Time 14 minutes 40
Slowly out through center, brought back. Eberle takes over a hard pass to the feet of Hall, but he got it to his stick and throws it around for David Perron. Nugent-Hopkins, Eberle, Hall, they're all in the corner. The Canucks get the puck and come out with the puck. It's a forward back check against a 2-on-1. And Schultz broke up the pass, so it didn't get through. There's Dorset, who's busting for the net.
Good read, though, to pressure a guy that doesn't necessarily make those plays instinctively, force him to make it under pressure.
RNH stopped up, lost the puck. Here's a breakaway. Yannick Hansen, shorthanded, scores!
Force him to make it pressure a guy that doesn't necessarily make those plays instinctively, force him to make it under pressure.
RNH stopped up, lost the puck. Here's a breakaway.
Make it under pressure.
RNH stopped up, lost the puck. Here's a breakaway. Yannick Hansen.
And made a perfect start. The Vancouver Canucks that well.
And the Canucks clear the puck again, so once
And there was a great power play. And not thinking just
falling.
You know, you're way in the offensive zone, and there was a great example of just not making the right read.
Leon Draisaitl out of the power play now. He tried to pass, Tanev intercepted it before it got to Teddy Purcell, and the puck is cleared again.
Well, that's one for Nikita. There, you got to use your hand. Get your hand off the stick, knock that one down. You might have been able to keep that play alive. Well, the vital signs for Edmonton are great. That's the 6th odd-man rush that they've given up this period alone.
Penalty's almost over. Burrows steps back out on the ice. Oilers hope for one of the power play. There's a shot from a sharp angle. Steered aside by Miller, and that gives the Canucks another odd-man rush. Daniel Sedin leading the way. Passes off, and he scores! And Daniel steered aside by Miller, and that gives the Canucks another play. There's a shot from the penalty's almost over. Burrows steps back out on the ice. Oilers hope for one of the power play. There's a shot from a sharp angle. Steered aside by Miller, and that gives the Canucks another odd-man rush. Daniel Sedin leading the way. Passes off.
Contact there.
There's there, and then
Has find that man stood there for medium. Here he was coming back the other. Burrows trying to stop hesitation on the call. This front and a job. If I feel that bump, you might as well go down. Blue, that's I can tell you that the Vancouver bench isn't happy because they believe that he let the goaltender have the blue tape. The bump happened outside the blue. That's where the player's allowed to stand. But
The fact that it's a 7th odd-man rush, that's the story to me in this period. And the fact, again, that there's only one other team that's given up more first-period goals, and that's Toronto, that's some concern to me as well.
22-10 now. Here come the Oilers. The late comer, Schultz, shot the puck just wide of the net. That had some promise. Here's Keith Ollie to the side of the net. A tip just wide of the goal.
It's coming bird.
This is where the Oilers have had some trouble. They get to the attack, they get the pressure, but then they've given up the odd man rush on the breakup.
You look at that for Schultz. He was coming in on a side. He's going to try to get the wrist shot through the screen in front. I think actually deterred him. He looked up and he couldn't see the net, couldn't see the goaltender, and ended up shooting it wide.
Keith Ollie shoveled the puck ahead. Nugent Hopkins in center as the top lines are back together again. Here's Radim Verbata off the wing. A rebound sent to the boards. Edler read that and kept the puck in for Henrik Sedin. His pass into the middle. Daniel with a tip through. Alex Edler couldn't get his shot through, and now he's in trouble. Jordan Eberle has the puck. Edler trying to get back at him. Knocks his man down. No arm goes up in the air, although the fans think there should have been a penalty. And back comes Radim Verbata. Henrik Sedin spins and deals. Stanton was checked, but Henrik got the puck. Daniel takes over. They just played with so much confidence in this building and have since they came into the league. Stanton. Henrik left the puck for Daniel. He tripped over the side of the net. That'll let the Oilers get out of their own zone. Yakubov with a minute to play in the period.
Last minute of play in the first period.
There's Alex Burrows leading the rush. His pass is at the reach of his. And that's an icing call against Vancouver. They won't be able to change.
Boy, tough not to see a hand go up there so often. You get just a little bit of contact. The arm goes up. Excellent play defensively by Eberle. The block, little flip. Watch when he feels the pressure here. He knows that he's lost his edge to the net. And a nice play by Eberle, just going shoulder to shoulder to stop him.
Well, the Vancouver bench felt that Burrows was not in the blue paint. The referees felt that he was. There's the evidence there. Clearly was, and the right call was made.
And Scrimmage, the evidence there. They saw it.
Speed is
If we had a ref cam, we could have shown it from the ref cam.
Exactly.
Why don't they wear them anymore?
That subject we won't go into. That call on Edler would give a good sense of where he was looking at as well. Right?
Yep, totally. We're creating a scarcity, so people like it even more. Dan Hamhuis. Jeff Petrie's back. Mark Arcavello in support. There's Higgins with a shot from the slot that was blocked. Chris Tanev with Burrows back in front of Scrimmage. There's the shot. Burrows on the rebound. Couldn't get it. Tanev with his shot. Nice save by Scrimmage. Rebound is not wide. As the Canucks come close again. They're on. Backhander off the glass in his own zone in the dying seconds of the first period. Chris Higgins with a long shoot in, knowing the time was running out of the first. And the period comes to an end. Shots were 10-4, good buddy, for Vancouver over the Oilers, and the only goal was scored shorthanded by Yannick Hansen at 15:41. Coming up that first. Go behind the scenes, and the GM meeting's just completed. And here's Darren Millard.
Welcome back to Rexall Place, where Edmonton and Vancouver are through one period of play. The best opportunity for the Oilers in that first period, coming off the stick of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. One of the few times he has been stopped this season. He has played like a superhero, and Oiler fans have done some Photoshop work. Who are you going to call? I guess Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Ghostbusters, Sylvester Stallone being replaced in the many Rambo movies. And when he gets mad, he gets a little green and maybe a little red in the face. He can replace Chuck Norris, and he does give a Jean-Claude Van Damme about what the Oilers do on the ice.
Gee, they could use a superhuman effort in this second period from him. He's out of the ice to start the second period. The Oilers had a tough first period. They gave up way too many odd man rushes, and they're lucky to be down just 1-0 as Verbata takes a shot, and that almost handcuffed Ben Scrimmage in the opening seconds of period number 2.
Well, that's what it's all about, is a response. Dallas Aikens talked about needing to have his team focused from the beginning, get everybody involved, get an offensive game going right from the start. And as you mentioned, the first shift, the Nugent-Hopkins line did it, but after that, it was all Vancouver. It's a good thing Scrimmage had his focus, because he was a busy man in that first period. It could be 3-0. So far, it's not. He did it, but after that, it was all Vancouver. It's a good thing Scrimmage had his focus, because he was a busy man in that first period. 3-0. So far, it's not. The Oilers are one shot away.
And Miller at the other end, not so much. Maybe one scoring chance. Here's Taylor Hall, hits the
Nugent Hopkins
from handcuff Ben Scrivens in the opening seconds of period number 2.
touched on him, and there's
That's what it's all about. You mentioned all the emotion, and I think for the Calgary Flames coming up to this new building, the excitement of having Johnny Gaudreau back in the lineup with the new deal is going to give them energy. And we saw Mark Messier and Wayne Gretzky skating around the rink, and I think the natural passing of the torch is the new captain, Connor McDavid. No question who the star is here, and what an opportunity to build his own legacy in this amazing new build.
Lots of new things tonight. First game for Matthew Tkachuk, who's on the ice. Another
Hopkins line did it, but
walked by Tanev. Here's 3-0. Ball hits the trailer. Fane shoots up high. That's blocked by Tanev. And a bouncing puck is taken by Henrik Sedin. Daniel rushing to join him. Takes the pass. Verbata's on the other side. Daniel's shot was blocked. Henrik to Verbata to Daniel. That ricocheted off Mark Fane. Canucks get the puck back. Yannick Weber. In deep. Henrik for Daniel. And back. Fane stepped in to try and break that up. Nikitin took the puck. And the Oilers will start a breakout of their own. Nugent Hopkins with the shoot-in. Both teams will make changes as Dan Hamhuis goes back to the puck. His outlet off the boards. Chris Higgins takes over. He's got Burrows with him in the slot. And his weak shot was stopped by Scrivens, and it was almost a change of speeds that gave him some trouble, and he's got the puck underneath.
Well, so far, what would be a goal saver by Chris Tanev. And you look at Tanev, he's a guy, minor hockey, he was cut from a team 5 different times. And now here he is playing in the National Hockey League. He works out with Gary Roberts in the summer, and it's just quite a story. Just stick to it. Good things can happen. You achieve your dream.
Rochester Institute of Technology doesn't put an awful lot of players into the NHL, but that's where he came from. Some trouble, and he's got the boards. Chris Higgins takes over. He's got Burrows with him in the slot, and his weak shot was stopped by Scrivens, and it was almost a change of speeds that gave him some trouble, and he's got the puck underneath.
Well, so far, what would be a goal saver by Chris Tanev. And you look at Tanev, he's a guy, minor hockey, he was cut from a team 5 different times. And now here he is playing in the National Hockey League. He works out with Gary Roberts in the summer, and it's just quite a story. Just stick to it. Good things can happen. You achieve your dream.
Rochester Institute of Technology doesn't put an awful lot of players into the NHL, but that's where he came from. Canucks get the draw. Ryan Stanton. There's the shot by Tanev into a crowd in front of the net. It's blocked, and the Oilers start up. Purcell looking around to see who's with him. Takes the shot. There's a big rebound off Miller. And Stanton is back to get the puck. Purcell in deep. He's got Pouliot with him. In front of the net, Leon Draisaitl. And good. Pouliot, there's Draisaitl with a shot. What a save by Miller. And a second one, and he's got that too. Finally into the game, busy and good.
You see the reaction of Schultz. He was backing up, thinking
Game busy and good.
You see the reaction of Schultz. He was backing up, thinking he had to get back defensively. You see the reaction of Schultz. He was backing up, thinking he had to get back defensively. Instead, the rebound came there. Nice job of turning pucks over. Stanton loses the puck battle down below. Nice job of Purcell keeping it alive, protecting it to the outside. Sits back into that soft seam. 2 quick passes creates a chance. And there on his back foot, Schultz. Hard to get his balance going forward there. Couldn't get the puck up quite high enough.
First shot by Leon Draisaitl. Battling with Weber, and they both go down hard, and it's an Oiler penalty coming up here, and it'll be to Steve Pinizzato. Vancouver's going to get its 3rd power play of the game.
Well, you can take your pick here as Pinizzato pleads his case. I think both were tied up with each other going after the puck. Look at Weber. Weber's got his right hand on Pinizzato's stick, and then Pinizzato flips him around right there. There's the hold on the stick and the reaction. I think Pinizzato thought he drew a penalty. Instead, he's the one that ends up in the box.
0% for his goal.
Scot-free.
Now the positioning of the referee, too, it's out of his line of sight, so he makes the call that he sees, which is the one right in front of him for Pinizzato to sit for 2.
Third power play of the game. This time, Willie Desjardins goes with his first unit. The Sedins come onto the ice. There's Berbera with a shot. He scores! That didn't take long. Right off the draw. Right in from Berbera. Gives Vancouver a 2-0 lead.
Guys, there's something called puck awareness. And this is just a horrible example of the Oilers getting puck focused but then lose sight. Watch the bodies in front. Everybody leaves the front of the net. You think the one guy who's the most dangerous, a right-handed shot on his offside, a little bump back and no chance at all for Scrivens there. Hendricks is the forward. He's got to release there and get on the defense. And instead it's in the back of the net. What a mistake.
3 seconds. 3 seconds after the middle.
Gordon wins the draw. 3 players go to the puck. Bravada, he could have taken 7 steps into that thing.
So the line for Vancouver starts in the power play. First power play goal in the last 14 tries. They're back on the attack, leading it 2-0. Horvath, Derek Dorsett, Yannick Hansen, who has his first goal in 10 games. He's in the slot. Schultz badly to get the puck back. Good work by Horvath to protect it. Down the boards, Ryan Stanton pitched and the puck got by him. Horvath was backing him up. Kevin BX is back to the puck. Justin Schultz with a long pass for Taylor Hall. Edler came straight over at him. Jordan Eberle, checked by BX. Nugent Hopkins to Taylor Hall. Eberle had a look around, decided to protect the puck and throw it back to the blue line. Petrie with a shot up high, knocked down in front of the net. Zach Kassian starts out for Vancouver. Matthias is with him and Richardson heading for the net. The puck goes deep and Brad Richardson gets a hold of it. Double teamed behind the net. Nugent Hopkins is back for the puck. Petrie to Ferris. Jordan Eberle in center. Taylor Hall, the nifty little pass back, and Hall's stick was checked. Good job by Alex Edler, and the Canucks have the puck back. Trying to start out with numbers here. Edler goes wide, hits the trailer, and Matthias shot the puck wide of the net. Chris Tanev. Indeed, on comes the Sedin line as the puck's thrown at the net. Nugent Hopkins late in the shift, got the puck out to center. There's Dan Andrews to Daniel Sedin. Into the middle, Radom Verbata. Henrik drops in behind him. Verbata again. Decides not to shoot it. Now he threw the puck out front and it's in some skates. And cleared out to center by Leon Draisaitl. Yannick Weber off the boards and back the other way from the Canucks. Verbata goes wide on Ferris. Threw the puck around to Dan Andrews. And back. A little tip through. Daniel. Henrik. Daniel. Weber shoots and Ben Scrivens makes the save and stops. Oilers got this draw. Get the puck up to center. Ryan Stanton standing up there. Pinizzato now with some room. Shoots. He scores! Oilers got this draw. Get the puck up to center. Ryan Stanton standing up there. Pinizzato now with some room. Shoots. He scores!
A goal this season for Jesse Pugliarvi. Another turnover. Tyler Turner takes advantage.
And this is almost a bad read by Larson. He gets caught flat-footed, allows his man to go through, but what a play by Russell breaking it up. Quick transition game, and sometimes simpler is better. This is a simple play where you're looking for pass all the way. Instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott, a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath the elbow, just to the outside, and the strong room underneath the elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And he's in this opening night lineup.
Don't you think it's because of injury that he's in as well? Is better. This is a simple play where you're looking for pass all the way, and instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott, this is a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. But you can see defenseman stands.
0% previous score.
This is just an absolute rocket. He's got so far to the middle. That's fantastic.
0% previous score.
There's an example that may have hit the extra stick on the way to help it. You can just see the reaction. He actually overplayed it up high and went just underneath.
Just a little tip off the stick of the exit. See if the owners could get some enthusiasm in their game after that.
Sure helped for the crowd, didn't it? And this was a quiet building and one that Vancouver mission accomplished came in and kept the place quiet.
There's Ryan Stanton shooting wide, but Pinizzato couldn't clear the puck. On the other side, Matt Hendricks trying to get the puck out. Did get it to center, but not with possession. Stanton sees his teammates starting a change, threw the puck up the middle, and here come the Oilers again. Teddy Purcell passes off, quick shot is blocked. Comes right back to Justin Schultz. His cross-ice pass, bobbled, and he can't get the puck by Miller. Just a fraction of a second to the side of the net, and now here's a chance for Zach Kassian. On his own, being pursued by Schultz. Deeks, great save by Scrivens. Wow, wide open and crazy now. Back comes Teddy Purcell. Takes a shot, Miller makes the save. Alex Edler cleared the puck off the glass and up into the netting, stopping play. Now we got game on as there's chances at both ends. It's a 2-1 Vancouver lead on Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey from Edmonton. Shots are 7-6 Vancouver in the second period. Both goaltenders are busy and good now.
Yeah, putting on a show for sure. Everyone in the building thought Schultz was going to shoot this. Particularly in white sweaters, he doesn't. The pass is just too hot for Purcell. Ollie gets caught, and Scrivens makes what would be his 8th on-man rush save, his second breakaway save, and give you the judge. Did the puck go off the stick? It seems to flutter as it leaves. Stick of Pinizzato, that's not a normal flight path for a puck, so probably a little direction by the exit.
Steve Pinizzato, 30 years old from Oakville, with his first National Hockey League goal, and it's a big one for Edmonton, trailing 2-1. Sedin's have been all over the puck, and here they are again on the ice against the Nugent-Hopkins line. There's a prop for nobody in particular, and another on-man rush. Hendricks, Sedin for Daniel, that deflected off Nikitin and almost into the net. That was going to be a beauty of a backhand saucer dish. Edler up the middle. Look at that tip. Clear that out. Daniel to Henrik. Nevada's out front. Daniel along the boards. Back to the blue line. There's Bieksa shotter. Weber make that, and Scrivens makes the save and hangs on.
Nielsen makes the save.
Saturday night on Hockey Night in Canada. 5 games, including Toronto and Detroit. A great rematch between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens, and even 2 late games on Saturday, with Edmonton playing Chicago and New Jersey and Calgary. It's Saturday night. It's Hockey Night in Canada. Wednesday night hockey from Edmonton tonight, and Vancouver in the lead. Yannick Weber off the draw, puts the puck in deep for Vancouver. And the fourth line goes to work. Horvat is the forechecker. Puck comes loose, and Yannick Hansen chopped it just wide of the net. After some persistent work by Horvat on the end boards, here's a neutral zone turnover. Pouliot, Purcell, his shot, nice save by Miller. Loose puck in front of the net. Too many Canucks there, and the puck is cleared away.
Saved by Weber, Huey. Right on the line.
Eric Dorsett gets the puck deep. Miller was in no position to smother the rebound there. He made a great save. Again with Brouwer trying to center. And a good shift here for Brouwer. And Kachuk goes to the Montreal Canadiens, and even 2 late games on Saturday. Edmonton playing Chicago and New Jersey and Calgary. Saturday night, it's Hockey Night in Canada.
Right now, the Flames
Wednesday
on the
night hockey
road.
from Edmonton tonight, and Vancouver in the lead.
It
And
doesn't
Weber
get away
on the
from
draw.
them.
Puts the puck in.
Defensive position.
News on November 19/2014 Vancouver Canucks, Edmonton Oilers, YouTube and 3 more pages, personal Microsoft Edge Web, YouTube video player group, seat slider at 42 minutes, 25 seconds at 1 hours, 43 minutes, 43 seconds, 42 minutes, 27 seconds at 1 hours, 43.
To Henry. The bat is out front. Saturday night, a hockey night in. Back to the blue line. There's Pietza.
0% vertically scroll.
Weber make that, and Scrimmage makes the save and hangs on. Saturday night on Hockey Night in Canada, 5 games, including Toronto and Detroit. A great rematch between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens, and even 2 late games on Saturday. With Edmonton playing Chicago and New Jersey and Calgary. Saturday, smother the rebound there.
43 minutes, 30. 43 minutes, 20.
Kerwin Craig, and his shot was blocked.
0% vertically scroll.
Oilers are changing on the fly. Ryan standing to center. Chris Higgins couldn't get the puck, and because of that, Alex Burrows coming behind him. Carried the puck in offside.
Well, you see from the neutral zone, you get a little bit of speed, a turnover, and now you get a middle drive, puck to the outside, and there's the puck was there for a split second, a little bobble back and forth between Hughes and Weber able to clear the front.
But it was all white sweaters around the net.
You can't continue to do the five. I would have liked to see first drive from the neutral zone, you get a little bit of speed, a turnover, and now you get a middle drive, puck to the outside, and there's the puck was there for a split second, a little bobble back and forth between Hughes and Weber able to clear the front.
But it was all white sweaters around the net.
You can't continue to do the five. I would have liked to see Purcell just take it hard to the net himself there. Something good's going to happen if you go hard to the net with the puck.
Jeff Petrie trying to clear the puck with some help from Mark Arcobello. He has to stop and go back. Cassian kept the puck in. Sean Mathias now. Richardson's in front. Mathias holding off Petrie. Cassian takes over as Richardson goes back to the front of the net. 1-on-3. Cassian finally pounded by David Perron until they got the puck out to center and shot right back in by Alex Edler. Andrew Ferentz trying to clear the puck. Didn't get it out. Cassian side of the net. Mathias scoops the puck towards Richardson, deflected up high. And the Canucks have the puck again. This is all off a turnover 20 seconds ago. Ferentz along the boards. Mathias trying to hold the puck in. Brad Richardson takes over. Burrows has come on. He's in front of the net. Mathias turns away from Ferentz. The centering pass. Burrows kicks it up. Can't get the shot. Mathias, he's wearing out these defensemen, Petrie and Ferentz, who probably like to change. Vancouver's getting a full change. With pressure on, Yakupov has the puck. Sent all the way down the ice on goal by Ferentz, and that'll allow him to get a change here.
Yeah, Miller thought about putting it right back up ice and not allowing him to get a break.
Their stretch pass. The Canucks have used a lot of that tonight. Burrows couldn't get away. He's with Higgins and Benino. Now another turnover. This time by Keith Alling. Chris Higgins with a shot. He scores! A lot of that tonight. Burrows couldn't get away. He's with Higgins and Benino. Now another turnover. This time by Keith Alling. Pass. The Canucks have used a lot of that tonight. Burrows couldn't get away. He's with Higgins and Benino.
A quick decision. That 14-inch stick, Joe, and turnover, that breaker. In the game of pool, it's not what you make, but what you leave.
See unauthorized act.
Ian Duke with a shot at the clip. Played head Paul, Eberle, and Nugent Hopkins. They haven't been able to get anything going tonight because they played head-to-head with the Sedins, who've been good.
First shift was their best. And hasn't been a whole lot since.
Trying to find the puck right now. It's Eberle, and he did, and Miller stopped him. Look what I found. Miller made the save. Edmonton's got a long way to come back. Trailing Vancouver by 2 on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
StarCam. Let's see the stars we're keeping our eyes on tonight. Oh, -1, no shots. Okay, we've had enough of him for the StarCam. So let's go to the dynamic duo. Yes, they are back. Henrik and Dano, big part of the game tonight. Whitford Bada, the 3 of them have 48 points now as a line. Oh, so dangerous. I mean, we didn't even show the goal score. Just a lot of Henrik and a lot of Daniel, but there are a lot of stars in the building tonight. Vancouver's got more of them than the Oilers.
Good bounce back night for the Vancouver Canucks. They were very good in their last game against Arizona. Here's a chance for Schultz. Right down the middle. Takes the shot and he just missed the net. He's had a couple of beauties. Wide open there to walk in off the right point.
Key play by Edler there, though, to take away the bottom of the net. It's a distracting shot for Schultz again. He's had two great chances in alone and a body in front of the goaltender on both shots.
Talk about the Sedins being back. Edler looks like he's back after a disastrous year under Tortorella.
Some guys just need a help. There's Yannick Weber. This shot deflected wide of the net. Dan Andrews pitching against Everett. Dallas Eakins has got this Nugent Hopkins line changing on the fly out against somebody other than the Sedins, and he probably needs to do that a little more.
He hasn't seen them get their offensive game going, and when you're down by two yet again, that's the real need there.
They've been defending too much because the Sedins are good tonight.
You mentioned about the Vancouver game, Jen. It was a perfect opportunity for them to regroup with the 5 days off after a disappointing loss.
There's a penalty coming up here as Emily's taken down, and the Oilers will get a chance on the power play. As Alex Burrows goes to the penalty box.
The Vancouver game, Jen. It was a perfect opportunity for them to regroup with the 5 days off after a disappointing loss.
There's a penalty coming up here as Emily's taken down, and the Oilers will get a chance on the power play. As Alex Burrows goes to the penalty box, and Edmonton badly needs a power play goal.
Well, they need a little push, and they started to get it with another great chance by Schultz, but you could see his vision got taken away. The bottom half of the net was protected. Here again, Everly with some speed, a little hack on the legs, and now you got to follow that up. It was a long shift by the Everly Nugent Hopkins Hall line, and that's maybe a little bit bad luck for the Oilers to start a power play without it.
So they have Pouliot, Yakubov, Mark Arcabello won the draw. There's the shot. Score!
That up. Here again, Everly with some speed, a little hack on the legs, and now you got to follow that up. It was a long shift by the Everly Nugent Hopkins.
Sesame, October 12 / Puck. No, I.
That hit Brody. Will be for a penalty.
England, and you mentioned there's Russell turned around and all the reverse maybe a little bit shut in up in time. Here again, Everly with the speed, a little half on the legs, and now you got to follow that up to get this crowd. Here again, Everly with some speed, a little half on the legs, and now you got to follow that up. It was a long shift by the Everly Nugent Hopkins Hall line, and that's maybe a little bit bad luck for the Oilers to start a power play without it.
So they have Pouliot, Yakubov, Mark Arcabello won the draw. There's the shot. Score!
They did it too.
Well, what's the reaction? Another turnover is a perfectly placed face-off game, tape to tape, comes back with speed, and a deflection off of Dorsey's sticks. Look at the reaction to goaltender Miller. Can't believe it. There's the tip. A big break for Edmonton off of a big hard shot.
I like the response by Dorsey after the goal. He knows he's deflected it. Comes back, taps the goaltender. Sorry, Tom. It was not by purpose. It was a release for Edmonton off of a heck of a big hard shot. I like the response by Dorsey after the goal. He knows he's deflected it. He comes back, taps the goaltender. Sorry, Tom. That was not by purpose. He was out.
Seconds and that one had eyes again. He was probably still thinking about the overall just before. It's a flag it up against Arizona. It was 2 goals in 9 seconds. Here you've got a double opportunity to retrieve the goal. Here's a forecheck, nice bounce, and a shot that Miller's still looking behind him. Can't believe it went in through his legs, under his toe. Three times. Just like that. That's the sevens. Center Morning Gordon has tied this game. There's an Dallas Eakins that turns it over to his top line to see if they can keep it going.
Through his legs, nice pass. Change it. So do the Oilers.
Call against Edmonton. Teddy Burzo trying to tip that. He didn't until it goes for an icing call against Edmonton.
Well, we've had some predictable goal scorers, haven't we? Pinizzotto, Hansen, and now Boyd Gordon. This is just a bad goal. This is from an impossible angle. The goaltender, Miller, is not square through his legs. Kind of the same spot the City Crosby scored the golden goal from. It's not a good one for Miller.
And Scrivens kicking a shot out up into the net. Don't you think Miller looked like he was still rattled from the first one? And he hadn't recovered.
Yeah, he's still trying to get himself refocused. It's been a really interesting start to the season. 11-1 start for him. Good goals against average. And the last 3 games, though, he's been more susceptible to these types of goals. And that's why his save percentage is down at that 902 level. And dropping with tonight's game.
Amazing net. There's Scrivens going to say as he stopped hitting Bonino as the Canucks try to get their offense going again.
What's been odd with this Canucks team is when they lose, they've lost big.
Yeah.
Their goals against in the 6 games they've lost has been 5.0 per game.
Look at Ryan Miller wins and losses. We don't see a disparity like that very often. His save percentage is not even 80% in his losses. An icing call against Edmonton. And 2 quick goals and the Oilers see a tie.
Right off a face-off, the puck comes perfectly back, and put your head down and shoot the puck. A little deflection, a bad angle goal, and all of a sudden this other team has some life.
And you talk about the losses and big losses. The game against Dallas, they lost 6-4. Yeah, Dallas's goaltender was the #1 star. When do you give up 4 and you're #1 star? Your team scores 6. So they have been pretty good in some of those losses.
Here's Miller. Going to save this short side. Yakupov and forechecking. Back to the blue line. Justin Schultz with a screen shot knocked down by Ryan Standen. Yakupov, Arcabello got after the puck and got it back in the game. Kennedy exit, turned the puck over. Arcabello trying to find it. Couldn't get to the front of the net. Trying to set up Yakupov. It was a great opportunity for Edmonton. If Vancouver's going to come unglued here, haven't they? That led to Mathias with Cassian. Cassian shoots. Great save by Scrivens. Boy, he needed that one. Back the other way. Yakupov's pass. Picked on. And the Canucks can't take on David Perron. Backs Weber up. Turns and fires, and Ryan Miller makes the save, and the rebound comes back to him, and he hangs on. What a game now. Even up 2-11 fires, and Ryan Miller makes. What a game now. Even up 2-11 seconds for the Oilers on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey. It's 3-3.
I bet you didn't think this was going to happen, Steven. Yes, sitting in the dressing room. Wow, I'm called up? No, you're going to tie Gordie Howe for the Gordie Howe hat trick. Gordie of legend had 1. There's the fight. There's the goal. And a little redirect here. That leads to Boyd Gordon's goal. You got a goal, an assist, a fight, and you've tied your career high for points. 2. No, you only had 2 in your whole career. You have 2 tonight. What a start. What a night.
Okay, so you better win the game when your 4th line starts getting you all the points. There's Derek Dorsett off Vancouver's 4th line. Couldn't quite get to the net because of the referee. Showed some great speed, didn't he? Dorsett again. Danny Hansen, Bo Horvat's in front of the net. Hansen to the blue line, and Chris Tanev, a bouncing puck. Gave him fits, and now he's being chased by Benoit Pouliot.
You could sense the hesitation by Tanev there. He wasn't sure whether he should stay or go as he saw it bouncing forward.
Next bounce to center. Hansen and Dorsett couldn't come up with it. Kenny Purcell to Pouliot. Draisaitl is with them. He wanted the puck in the slot. They couldn't get it to him. The Sedins are coming on here as the puck drifts down the ice. This will be an icing call against Vancouver.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada Post is proud to offer exclusive fancy collectible.
Facing a compromising situation? We can help. Apply today at wiserfund.ca. No purchase necessary. Must be legal drinking age.
An icing call. The Sedins got on the ice. Verbata didn't, so Bo Horvat is out with the Sedins. And the Oilers came with their top line. Nothing happened there. The Canucks were able to get out of that little scrape after an icing call, and now they have their top line against the Nugent-Hopkins line of the Oilers. Nikita, 6'4" defenseman, passed into a crowd, got the puck back, and played it into Jordan Eberle. Gordon battle. Henrik Sedin in support of his defense. Taylor Hall came in and got the puck. Nikitin, and there's a penalty coming up on the play, and the Oilers had possession.
And Nugent Hopkins can't believe this happened. It's an errant stick again, 200 feet from your own net when you're starting to get the momentum of the game back. And his reaction says it all. Loose puck, and then just stick to the feet of Weber and went down. And one of the best attributes of a great goaltender is to shut the door when your team starts coming on. My ex-teammate Grant Fuhr was probably the best at that. Remember that save by Ben Scrivens. And a 2-on-1 there. He threw his body over to keep it a tie game. That's a huge save.
Guess we better pay attention off the face-off here.
Yeah, don't wait.
2 seconds and 3 seconds for power play goals off face-off.
The best at that. Remember that save by Ben Scrivens. And a 2-on-1 there. He threw his body over to keep it a tie game. That's a huge save.
Guess we better pay attention off the face-off here.
Yeah, don't wait.
2 seconds and 3 seconds for power play goals off.
Stick the game back. Feet of Weber, and action says it all. Loose puck, and then just stick to the feet of Weber and went down. And one of the best attributes of a great goaltender is to shut the door when your team starts coming on. My ex-teammate Grant Fuhr was probably the best at that. Remember that save by Ben Scrivens. And a 2-on-1 there. He threw his body over to keep it a tie game. That's a huge save.
Guess we better pay attention off the face-off here.
Yeah, don't wait.
2 seconds and 3 seconds for power play goals off face-offs here in the second period. Vancouver's second power play unit is out. Burrows went to the front of the net. Bouncing puck knocked down to the line by Dan Handus. He'll play the puck backside of the net. Here's Bieksa, stopped by Scrivens. Oh, redirect through to Kevin Bieksa, and that looked like a gift wrap tap-in. And Scrivens made another big one.
It was a tough bouncing puck, but I think Bieksa definitely let up on that. He thought he had a gaping half the net to deal with.
Here comes Chris Higgins with his shot, and he just missed. Bieksa. Burrows, Higgins, Bonino, and his stick checked, and there was Handus, and he had it open net. But the puck somehow got over his stick. Burrows to Bieksa, trying to get himself open against Art Cabello. Handus. And goes out of play.
You know, so much made about the new contract. Johnny Gaudreau, what a year he had last year with 30 goals and career high. Hopkins can't believe this happened. An arrow stick again, 216, got an opportunity to get control of the money. He's gone. And that'll be the challenge for the defense of the Edmonton Oilers, is to know when he's on the ice. So many times great players like that get lost and get behind you. You start thinking offense and you forget about the guy behind you.
And as Coach said today, it's not cheap if he gets away with it.
Absolutely, you can do it. Weber and went down. He sees his team get an opportunity to break it control to shut the door when your team starts coming on. The defense of the Edmonton Oilers would probably know when he's on the ice. Remember that save by great players like that get lost and get behind you. You start thinking offense and you forget about the guy behind you to tie game.
As Coach said today, it's not cheating if he gets away with it.
Absolutely, you can do it.
Right off the draw, Slepyshev with a shot. Again, a defense pass for Daniel Sedin as the first power play units come on for Vancouver. Oh, away. Under some pressure, he delayed the minute. Somehow got over his stick. Burrows to Bieksa. Trying to get himself open against Art Cabello. Handus. Under some pressure here. Took the puck away. Sends Art Cabello away. And he delays a little bit, then takes a shot and peels off to the bench. Long stretch pass for Daniel Sedin as the first power play units come on for Vancouver. Bonino hits Yannick Weber. His shot hits the back of Ben Scrivens' glove.
Well, credit Scrivens with his best little stretch. The big save on the 2-on-1, then nifty little passing play. Watch the rolling puck over the stick of Scrivens and bouncing towards skate to stick, and an excellent effort. Another chance, a rolling puck late in the power play. 2 quick passes. Handus tries to go back door as well, but the puck bounced.
Canucks win the ensuing faceoff. Weber walks the line. Radim Verbata walks in, shoots, he scores! Bonino hits Yannick Weber. His shot hits the back of Ben Scrivens' glove.
his glove.
Well, credits to Scrivens with his best little stretch. The big save on the 2-on-1, then nifty little passing play. Watch the rolling puck over the
that stick is still, like you said, the crossbar to see.
Nifty little passing
0%
play. Watch the
I'll call
rolling
the
puck
player.
over the
No,
stick
it's where the stick is. So
bouncing towards
sometimes it's just kind of deceiving to
and an
see how
excellent
high
effort.
the stick possibly is.
Another
Because you
chance of rolling
judge it on the
puck
player
late
where it is on his body.
Two
Sometimes
quick passes. Matthews tries to go back door as well to the puck bound.
Canucks win the ensuing faceoff. Weber wants the line.
final determination. I'm not even sure.
Nifty little Pat Ribbons with his best little
Johan Larson
big save on the 2-on-1, then nifty little
Did he
passing
touch
play.
it
Watch
before
the
Brian
rolling puck
Giunta
over the
touched
stick
it?
of Scrivens,
Or even did
and
Brian Giunta
bouncing
even touched it?
towards skate to stick, and an excellent effort.
Giunta was the
Another
first to
chance of
celebrate, but I mean,
rolling
that could be
puck
because he
late.
saw it go into the net. You're right. And you watch the one view we have.
Hits the back of Ben Scrivens' glove.
Right there, it does touch Brian Giunta the
Scrivens
second
with his
time.
best little stretch. The big save on the
Right there, you don't see the stick above the crossbar. And Brian Giunta even jumps up a little
over the
bit.
stick of Scrivens and bouncing towards skate to stick, and an excellent effort.
So is it
Another
3-2
chance, a rolling puck late.
Says
Benino hits power play units come on for Vancouver. Benino hits Yannick Weber. His shot hits the back of Ben Scrivens' glove.
Well, credit Scrivens with his best little stretch. The big save on the 2-on-1, then nifty little passing play. Watch the rolling puck over the stick of Scrivens and bouncing towards skate to stick, and an excellent effort. Another chance, a rolling puck late in the power play. Two quick passes. Matthews tries to go back door as well with the puck bound.
Canucks win the ensuing faceoff. Weber walks
Door as well with the puck bound.
Canucks win the ensuing face, and it's in the look good on that one. Here's Zach Cassian trying to get himself over. Alex Edler trying to help out.
For example, you don't have to be a big, tough body to be in front of the net, do you? Like, you don't think of Henrik Sedin as that menacing body in front of the goaltender, but he did it effectively, didn't he?
Not the prototypical big guy to go to the front of the net. And he did a nice job there. And a stumble at the blue line by Pouliot put himself offside. There's hockey almost every night somewhere on Sportsnet. Tomorrow night, it's the NHL on Sportsnet 360. It's Washington Capitals and Alex Ovechkin against the Colorado Avalanche, trying to get their game together in the West. Jeff Merrick hosts Thursday night hockey on Sportsnet 360. But Washington Capitals and Alex Ovechkin against the Colorado Avalanche, trying to get their game together in the West. Jeff Merrick hosts Thursday night hockey on Sportsnet 360. David Perron hit for Edmonton, bounced off the puck by Kevin Bieksa, but got it back, cuts for the net, can't get a shot. Arcabello had Perron get in his way, and Yannick Hansen takes the puck and darts to center, pushing Ferentz back. He takes the shot off the glove of Scrivens. Backhanded in by Derek Dorsett. Oilers get the puck and they'll break out. Petrie, the defenseman trailing the play, now leads the play. What a nifty move by Petrie into the slot, and what an equally nifty move to slide and block by Ryan Stanton.
Yeah, no hesitation by Stanton there. Petrie had to grab his stick and get himself gathered.
Here's Radom Verbata back to the attack. Hits the trailer. It's Henrik Sedin to the net that was blocked. Little slider, he wanted to get that through to Daniel. Verbata looking for the hat trick. Daniel looks for his brother. Henrik's shot blocked by a skate in front of the net. And the Oilers, Leon Draisaitl. Matthews to the other side. Weber's shot just missed the net. Here's another chance for the Sedins. Daniel and Henrik with their magic. And that's broken up. And finally the Oilers get out through center. Draisaitl. Pouliot wants the puck from Purcell. Takes the shot from a sharp angle. And it sends his teammates all the way back into their own zone. Taylor Hall just off the bench. Takes a long pass. Watched by Chris Tanev. Nugent Hopkins comes in. Purcell stays. He's in front of the net. Hall Tanev works him over. And the Canucks get the puck back. The dying seconds of the period, Nick Bonino's just going to try and eat it here along the boards.
On the one that was 0% vertically scrolled.
And then there's caught the Canucks. But Vancouver forged ahead with its second power play goal. Next, on Wednesday Night Hockey, To the Point with Nick Kypreos and Darren Kenny. Be ready to go. Wednesday Night Hockey continues in a moment.
Welcome back to Rexall Place. Wayne Gretzky and friends made for some long nights in this building for opposing goaltenders, and it has been like that on occasion for Ryan Miller. He's either very good or not so good. Now, Miller, when he first got into the National Hockey League, it was with the Buffalo Sabres, and he wore 39, but there was a guy named Dominic Hasek there. Changed his number, but not what he does to his goalie sticks. In college, he was 39-er, and even though the numbers changed, he still puts the on his stick. Now, 30-er. Doesn't have the same ring to it, but despite his ups and downs with Vancouver, he's only a period away from his 12th win of the season.
Was what he was saying after 2 goals.
Yeah, it was
11 seconds in the second period. One deflected by one of his forwards. The other, I think he was still thinking about the first. So we go to the third period with Vancouver having outplayed Edmonton, but only leading by a goal. The Sedins and Radim Vrbata are on the ice. They have 4 points between them, and it's had a great night. Radim Vrbata has his 28th National Hockey League 2-goal game.
Can I disagree with Gene? There weren't a lot of long nights here for goalies with Gretzky and company.
They were short.
They were really short, and I had a couple of them.
Yeah.
End of the first, 6-0, Edmonton. Whoops.
I remember those days when it was Death Valley in Alberta. Chris Tanev chased by Jordan Eberle. Calmly played the puck to Burrows, and out to center. Here's Daniel Sedin. Chris crossing the drop pass, and there to Nick Bonino. Edler stays in deep. The puck does too. Kevin Bieksa kept it in.
That's a big play by Jeff Petrie there on yet another 3-on-2 coming back the other way. First shift of the third period.
Oilers can't get the puck up. That's their second chance, and they're back in again to keep the short pass shoveled up the boards, and the puck almost stayed in again. Bieksa knocked it down. They're going to play the puck back.
They got 4 guys on the ice right now.
They're playing a man short.
Come on, somebody on the bench has got to notice that.
Finally, Pinizzotto comes on here, and the Oilers play 20 seconds with a man short. Pinizzotto, Hendricks and Gordon, and now they're starting to change. Here's Zach Cassian for Vancouver driving wide. Will he take it to the net? In behind, watched by Draisaitl. Left the puck there for Brad Richardson. He'll battle with Petrie. Draisaitl will come back in support. Moves the puck up the boards. Dan Haggius read that brilliantly and held the puck in. But he couldn't get it through to Richardson. Ferentz up the boards. Cassian is there, but he overschemed the puck. Weber with his shot. That was blocked. There's Zach Cassian again, back to the blue line. Weber to the side of the net. That was deflected by Draisaitl, so Richardson couldn't get a clean look at the net. Sean Mathias. Edmonton got a hold of the puck, and Hendricks threw it out to center and gets to the bench on the change. Petrie to Ferentz in his own zone. Out comes Vancouver's fourth line. Horvat forechecking. Draisaitl needs a change, so he tips the puck in for Edmonton. Horvat gets the puck back, looking for Darren Dorsett, broken up by Schultz, and then Horvat got the puck, but Hansen was just looking. Horvat gets the puck back, looking for Darren Dorsett, broken up by Schultz, and then Horvat got the puck, but Hansen was just ahead of him offside.
Well, let's take a look at what would be the game-winning goal, and it was a Weber shot here. That was a nice save by Scrivens. Now, Weber talks to Vrbata. You better give me that puck there. A little bit more communication here. I want my brother who can handle the puck. Not you, Mr. Cassian. Face-off win, head fake, a little bit more communication, and the play is just as they designed. About 20 seconds after what would have been a save by Scrivens.
Lyndon Bay had been playing on that first power play unit. He's a healthy scratch for the first time tonight. So Yannick Weber gets to stay in the lineup. Lucas Spiza was ready to come back. Weber stays in because he's on the power play. And Vancouver's going to be penalized here. A slashing penalty to Derek Dorsett puts Edmonton on the power play again. For the third time, they've scored once, and they've scored on the face-off, but not this time.
2 minutes for slashing.
Well, opportunity for Edmonton if they get their power play going to get even again, but Vancouver does have a short hand goal.
You can see Vancouver very aggressive here. Doesn't want to give Edmonton any free ice in the neutral zone, really pressuring them, and at times taking some chances even.
The center, Draisaitl 1-on-4, he's turned back. Oilers are going to start a change. Down comes Taylor Hall. Eberle and Nugent Hopkins stand up and get ready to go.
McDavid.
Nail Yakupov. Hard around, Leon Draisaitl into the middle of the ice. Hall couldn't get a shot away, but Purcell does, and he's stopped by Ryan Miller. Eddie Purcell again playing the left point of the power play. On the other side, they keep the Yakupov in traffic. Canucks take the puck back, and as Burrows clears it, down goes Yakupov, and there'll be a penalty on the play.
Well, the first penalty was a slash by Dorsett on a stick. Went unnoticed. He was just coming back into the play. Puck was there for a split second, and it was gone and broken stick. Here's the other slash in the middle of traffic. This is a tough play for Yakupov to make. And Burrows, as you saw the puck go bouncing by, got his stick up and rode up the stick and into the face of Yakupov.
So a pivotal part of the game right now. 58 seconds left in the Dorsett penalty. A 58-second 5-on-3 opportunity for Edmonton, trailing by a goal. Nugent Hopkins on to take the draw. Eberle's with it. David Perron. Justin Schultz has the puck in the blue line. He and Taylor Hall switch places, and they'll start to close in. Perron screening in front of the net. R&H. Hall moves to the right side. One-timer that was blocked. Bonino tried to clear the puck, and he just got it by Taylor Hall out to center.
That was a choreographed play as you saw Hall slide out, but Edler read it perfectly, followed the pass across, and got the shooting lane.
Cross-ice pass is blocked. David Perron. Hall's right behind him. Takes the puck under some pressure. Richardson then backed off. Edler and Tanev, the defenseman back. There's a one-timer. Schultz missed the net. And because of the angle he was at, he's got to go back into his own zone to get the puck. And the first penalty's just about over.
And that miss is about an extra 25 seconds worth of setup again.
That gets it back to a 5-on-4. Dorsett's back on. Taylor Hall carries the puck in. Taken away by BXL. Dorsett out of the penalty box. Short by only a man. Now he goes for a skate. Holds up and rides the puck here. Henrik Sedin on to Derek Dorsett right now. Now Dorsett's going to skate over the box and change. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Oilers are changing and the fans are impatient. Leon Draisaitl. Yakupov is on the fly, trying to do it himself, and he's turned back. Daniel and Henrik have done a little bit of penalty killing, usually just right at the tail end of a penalty, but they're out there right now after the 5-on-3. Here's a pass to Draisaitl. He shoots, and how did that not get into the net? What a great chance for Leon Draisaitl. I think the puck hit the netting at some point in the play to stop.
Yeah, it was a good read by Matt McPherson. He ended up calling it as the puck went around. Nice defensive effort. Edler took away the cross-seam pass, then reads the little switch out, gets there quickly, closes the gap, and makes the nice solid block. There's a nifty pass cross-seam that Draisaitl had a split second to get it up and over, and it got up and over a little too high. You think of the two good chances they had on that power play. Schultz misses the net and Draisaitl misses the net. You know, the fans are impatient because they know in any game there's a point where the game can be won. And that was the 5-on-3, and it's slipped through the Oilers' fingers.
One shot on that long power play. Burrows is now back on. It's 5-on-5. Ferris to Petrie to the net. Miller with the save. The rebound gobbled up by the Canucks, and Brad Richardson starts out. Center Burrows dumps the puck in. Vancouver changes. 58 seconds of 5-on-3, and now the power play is 1 for 4 on the night as the puck got up in the air here and hit the clock. 4-3 Vancouver leading. Big penalty kill for the Canucks on Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey from Edmonton. Coming up on Rogers Sportsnet tomorrow night on 360, the Capitals and the Avalanche, hosted by Jeff Merrick. The Avalanche have to get going. They're 7 points out of a playoff spot, and faltering to start the season. Washington holds the playoff spot in the Metropolitan Division. Big night of hockey night in Canada on Saturday with 5 games, including a couple of late ones with Calgary and Edmonton playing on Saturday night late. So lots of choice for you on Saturday. Canucks just won the faceoff. Tanev with a shot. Scrivens with the save. And the Oilers get the puck in the rebound and break out. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins takes a shot deflected wide of the net by Tanev. Taylor Hall gathers in the puck. Back to the blue line. Here's Ference from Petrie. His shot is scored! Script lost with Calgary. Canucks just won the faceoff late, so lots of choice for you on Saturday. Canucks just won the faceoff. Tanev with a shot. Scrivens with the save. And the Oilers get the trick. Captain Green.
Good heads-up play by the screen. The fact is they got that different matchup. And as you said, a heads-up play away from the Sedins as they played most of the night. And Glenn is net. He's unlike away from the Sedins as they played most of the night. And Glenn, as you said, a heads-up play at least by Ference. But look at how deep.
16 of them.
Where you look to some strength with Eddie Lack the next night, a couple of weeks ago.
Went over Ottawa and got beat up pretty badly by Arizona. Now 4 goals tonight in a game in which his team has been better than Edmonton.
A couple of weeks ago, they got cold in Los Angeles, and they went with Eddie Lack the next night, a couple of weeks ago.
Went over Ottawa and got beat up pretty badly by Arizona. Now 4 goals tonight in a game in which his team has been better than Edmonton.
Yeah, it's a game where you look to some strength of your goaltender to give you a save when you had the game in hand. It was a 3-1 comfortable lead on the road against a team that you know had a little bit of fragile confidence, but those 2 goals in the second got the Oilers some life, and then Ference really invigorated this build.
Well, we watched both coaches' press conferences. I think they'll both say the same thing. Yeah, too many turnovers.
And Ference really invigorated this build.
Well, we watched both coaches' press conferences. I think they'll both say the same thing. Yeah, too many turnovers. Oilers did it early, and Vancouver followed suit. They took a page out of the same songbook and did the same thing.
Stop playing when they get the big lead. And for just a short time, the Sedins now out against the Arcabello line. Dallas Aikens wanted to free up Nugent-Hopkins and his group, get some offense. Vancouver's changed on the fly here. David Perron is down on the ice. Brad Richardson dumps the puck in. A delayed offside is called.
Okay, I'm going to come up with a new segment, In the Crease. If I was back in the studio, I would show this on the big screen. This is what not to do in the blue paint. Bump the goalie, take a penalty, goals disallowed. Not the way to do it. Let's look at the proper way to do it. And that's the way Sedin does it. Doesn't stay anywhere near the blue paint, stays in the white, and Scrivens has no chance to see the puck. Blue paint. Bump the goalie, take a penalty, goals disallowed. Not the way to do it. Let's look at the proper way to do it. And that's the way Sedin does it. Doesn't stay anywhere near the blue paint, stays in the white, and Scrivens has no chance to see the puck. The bad and the good. All on one night.
Leon Draisaitl wink wide. That's knocked out of the air by Yakupov, and then his shot is deflected out of play. Dan Andrews calmly stayed right with him.
You think of Draisaitl, some big minutes here. He and Purcell driving up the middle. Not the best pass, but it's a heck of a play by Purcell to knock it down. Good speed to the outside, and boy, it's nothing like getting 1 goal early in a game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
Gordon won the draw.
Nothing like getting 1 goal early in a game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
Gordon won the draw. That's knocked out of the air by Yakupov, and then his shot is deflected by the players. Dan Andrews calmly stays right with him.
Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage.
He's totally speed right
This is almost
taking Draisaitl some big minutes here. He and Purcell driving up the middle. Not the best pass, but it's a heck of a play by Purcell to knock it down. Good speed to the outside. This is like getting one goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
to the outside and then found
One in the drop, the elbow. Getting the play by Purcell to knock it down. Good speed to the outside and play. It's nothing like getting one goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity. It's because of injury that he's in the latter part of this game since that goal. So that's the type of chance you see from. Make something happen with it.
one in the draw. Petrie.
I like the one goal early overplay it there. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that he's seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from.
There's Chris Russell. Steps to center. Nails the puck in his first game.
A play by Purcell was not Ian Purcell driving up the middle. Not the best pass, but it's a heck of one goal early to knock it down. Good speed to the outside, and boy, it's nothing like getting one goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him. Outside, and boy, it's nothing like getting one goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him. Has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of by Purcell to knock it. Some good speed to the outside, and boy, it's nothing like getting one goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game.
Watch this.
Says of goals.
3-2 Buffalo versus 4-2.
Full keyboard shot.
Therefore, there was no goal on the play.
Goals for excessive NHL November 19/2014 Vancouver Canucks Edmonton Oilers. YouTube and 3 more pages. Personal Microsoft Edge Minute YouTube video player Google Plus keyboard shortcut gameplay. 0% vertical scroll.
In the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
One in the draw.
Big minutes here. He and Purcell
with this one. They're
driving up
wrestling
the
with
middle.
it.
Not the best pass, but it's a heck of a play by Purcell to knock it down. Good speed to the outside. Boy, it's nothing like getting one goal that we've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal.
The play was under review to see if there was a high step.
Well, he was still confused with the call. There was no high stick, so it's a goal, at least to that point. The only thing that can eliminate that would be goaltender interference call against Buffalo.
0% vertical scroll.
Overhead view. There's Talbot. There's Brian Giunta. He's not in the crease. Talbot comes across and he just sort of looks like he extends his right arm that has the stick in it and tries to push Brian Giunta away a little bit, but there's no contact there. By Brian Giunta to Talbot.
No, and Giunta did not move. Talbot was going.
NHL.
One in the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with some traffic headed for the net, and there'll be another face-off in Edmonton's attacking zone.
Glenn, what's going through your head if you're Ryan Miller right now? You got to make the next save. Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. Because you're right, the game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play. Where they'll likely be back
One in the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with some traffic headed for the net, and there'll be another face-off in Edmonton's attacking zone.
Glenn, what's going through your head if you're Ryan Miller right now?
I got to make the next save.
Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. Because you're right, the game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play.
Glenn, what's going through your head if you're Ryan Miller right now?
I got to make the next save. Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one.
10 minutes, 7
You're right. The game was in hand. They added one.
7 minutes, 58 seconds at 1. 7 minutes, 48 seconds.
So the first penalty and an early opportunity for the Oilers to get this crowd.
Power play is brought to you by BioSteel Sports Nutrition, the natural choice for everyday performance. Drink goalie. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins starts on the power play. McDavid is to his left. Maroon to his right.
Got to make the next save.
Stopped by Oscar Fetball Chelsea here. Gordon won the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with some traffic headed from the
NHL November 19/2014 Vancouver Canucks Edmonton Oilers YouTube and 3 more pages. First by Microsoft Edge with YouTube video player group plus keyboard shortcut play button. 0%
Don't worry about
release
the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. You're right. The game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play. More than likely, Eddie Lack plays that game because he was so good against that opponent before earlier this year. So he's got to play well for 12 minutes. Hope his team gets a goal and don't give up on it.
Chris Higgins gets the puck deep for Vancouver. Burrows, Nick Bonino. Back to the blue line and Chris Tannen. Big screen in front as the puck comes down again to Burrows. He tipped it through. Higgins out front. Couldn't get a shot. Stick was checked by Steve Pinizzotto. Hendricks to Gordon. And Wood plays the puck back deep into his old zone. Ferris to Petrie and back even further. The puck skipped away for Ferris, and will the Oilers get it out? Nugent-Hopkins up the boards. Everly hits the puck in the air onto his own bench and play a stop. 4-4 with 11:27 left in the third period at Rexall Place.
I think the importance of face-off becomes even more so in this game with what we've seen come out of wins on the draw. 3 goals off of face-offs, and some of them less than 5 seconds off of the draw. You don't see that often.
Gordon won another one at his own end. The Oilers don't get any further than center. Back to the matchup of the Sedins against Nugent-Hopkins. Henry. Well, Buck Cook trying to feed Daniel. Travata's already in behind the net and takes the pass. Centered and picked off. And out comes Jordan Eberle. Got Taylor Hall a little bit behind him. Stanton took the man. There's going to be a penalty on the play. It's a tripping call. And the Edmonton Oilers are going to get a power play here with 10:53 to go in the third and another chance to get ahead.
You know, and as a forward, when you get the puck in the neutral zone, you see you don't have any support. You just try to buy yourself some time, get some open ice, and instead, a little bit of a delay, stutter step by Eberle, tried to go outside, inside, and Stanton just got his stick tied in between. There weren't many options there for him, but a nice job instead of just throwing it away. Somebody's getting a power play.
Well, once again,
you see
Edmonton's top
first
line is on
penalty
the
and
ice.
early
The second power play unit has to
opportunity
start.
crowd
Well, once again,
back on their
Edmonton's top line play brought to you by BioSteel Sports Nutrition, the natural choice for everyday performance. Thrown it away. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins starts on the power play. McDavid is to his left, so the second power play unit has to start here on the belly. Oscar Fetball trying to win the face-off.
NHL November 19/2014 Vancouver Canucks Edmonton Oilers YouTube and 3 more pages. First by Microsoft Edge window YouTube video player group plus keyboard shortcut play button. 0% release
The
play.
shot is blocked. Here comes Purcell. Knocks the puck loose. Purcell again. The screen set up. He goes across the ice, and Miller had to make a good save on the quick shot by Yakupov. Schultz intercepted. Here's a 2-on-1 short-handed. Chris Higgins. Richardson heads for the net. Takes the pass. Backhander stopped by Scrivens. Flailed at it and got a piece of it. And the Oilers still on the power play. And still in a tie. Shoot it. David Carl is after the puck. Kevin DX in his back. He lost his footing. Dan Andrews can't clear the puck. Justin Schultz into the middle. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins walks in. Neglected to shoot. Taylor Hall. RNH. They're all in front of the net. Eberle's back at the blue line. And Schultz goes along the boards now to Taylor Hall. Battling to get the puck is Dan Andrews. He got knocked down. Here's Eberle to Schultz. Eberle can't get the shot away, so he throws the puck back to the blue line. Schultz on the other side. Hall whips it around. Everly shoots. Miller makes the save and hangs on.
A good push at the end of the power play by the Edmonton Oilers, but it was the Vancouver Canucks with the best chance. Botched pass. Look at Higgins with his head up the entire way, and Richardson on his backhand able to get that up. This is a heck of an effort going across by both Richardson to get this puck in the air and watch scrimmage. A good push. Richardson play, but
to Schultz. Everly can't get the shot. Watch. Dying seconds of this fifth Edmonton power play. Just about another 2-on-1 there on a turnover inside the line.
That was miscommunication. I think Keaton was thinking Nugent Hopkins was going to trail behind and do the bump back, and they ended up shoulder to shoulder.
Keaton shoots the puck in. Alex Edler is there to clear the puck. The length of the ice, just one shot on that power play. It was by Everly. And the power play's over. Stanton is back on. He heads to the bench. Here's Matt Hendricks driving towards the net. The goaltender, the puck went in behind. Hendricks centering pass. Couple of whacks at it in front for Boyd Gordon. Already got one of the night. Running for battle. Starts out with this Sedin. Daniels ahead of the play. Takes the puck off the boards. He's got Weber in front. He scores! Got one of the night. Running for centering pass. Couple of whacks at it in front for Boyd Gordon. Already got one of the night. Running for battle. Starts out with this Sedin. Daniels ahead of the play. Takes the puck off the boards. He's got Weber in front. He scores! Heads to the bench. Here's Matt Hendricks driving towards the net. The goaltender, the puck went in behind. Hendricks can't make a little bump back. Daniel with an infamous point. Simple and Pouliot. Puck just wide of the net. Ferentz, the defenseman, is in deep through the puck out front. Here's Schultz walking in off the blue line. Puck's up for grabs, and Schultz stays right on it. Pouliot. Schultz. Great shot, and a nice save there by Ryan Miller on a shot by Keaton. And Keaton's back defensively now. Yannick Hansen was on his own. His mates are changing. Didn't get the puck deep, but the Canucks will get it back. Brad Richardson. John Mathias forechecking. Nearly got the ball.
Schultz is just dead tired. Can barely make a play.
And now he gets to slowly go off. And Petrie comes on. Yakupov is out in front of the net. One is trying to get in the puck. But the Canucks take it away. Alex Edler got twisted around, got the puck out to center. Zach Cassian forechecking. Petrie to Arcobello and back. Keaton to Keaton. Drives one in wide of the net. And he'll go for an icing call. And now he's got to stay on the ice and go back into his own zone. I hope to slap that in. Either he was aiming at the net or he thought a teammate was going to get there first.
You know, that's a byproduct again of the forwards going back and forth and weaving their way in and around. Nobody's open for a pass. As a defenseman, you're dead tired, you're looking for a body, and there isn't one. Mistake made, face-off at center.
Yeah. So it's not an icing call, it's a face-off at center ice when we come back on Wednesday Night Hockey from Edmonton. Nightmarish night for coaches as we look back on the keys to this game for Tim Hortons.
Well, there's some positives, and it would be positive for Vancouver. A 5-on-3 kill for an extended period of time, and Vancouver did a really good job of pressuring when they had to, getting in shooting lanes, forcing players to miss the net, forcing pucks to be blocked, and that's a big part of the game because it was 4-3 at the time. And the Edmonton Oilers, it's kind of the same old turnovers and odd man rushes. Couple breakaways, 12 odd man rushes, and the Weber goal, the last odd man rush, maybe stands up as the game winner.
Still a shot away from tying it again. 3 times they come from behind to tie this up. By the way, on that play just before the TV timeout, the linesman ruled that the Keaton shooting was actually tipped, so it wasn't icing. Now a face-off in the attacking zone for Vancouver, and Willie Desjardins sends out the Sedins.
High sticking penalty against the Oilers.
Taylor Hall. He got got his stick up on Chris Higgins. And here's the penalty in the neutral zone.
That's just an errant stick as well. I think that Nugent Hopkins actually, when he cut in front of him, might have knocked his stick, which propelled it in. Nonetheless, no question of penalty, and what an opportunity to close this game out.
2 for 4 on the power play tonight. Bouncing puck and held into the line by Yannick Weber, who's got a goal for the first time in 14 games, his first of the season. Daniel. Henry. Zach Cassian out of this power play. Weber, the lone defenseman. And he gets the puck. The Vancouver's doing a little experimentation on the power play here, and they only have one defenseman on in the third period with a 1-goal lead. So you figure the Sedins will have the puck most of the time.
That's the time when you have not been a confident power play for the last 8 games or so. They look like they've got their confidence and their edge going tonight.
There's Higgins, dropped the puck off. Benito couldn't quite get it, and the Oilers are able to clear. Pouliot sent the puck down the ice. Kill this. Oilers will have about 4 minutes with which to work to try to tie this up. Here's Kevin Bieksa's centering pass, deflected. Higgins couldn't knock it out of the air, and the Canucks have to regroup, and this is the worst looking power play of all the ones they've had tonight. It's a bit of a soup sandwich.
What you call a clock killer, though, for Edmonton. Tick-tock, time's going by.
Higgins to Burrows. Kevin Bieksa. It's away from Pouliot, but the puck at the side of the net wants it back. Instead, the puck comes back to Benito on the other side. Hamhuis with a wrist shot, blocked by Pouliot, who gets the puck down the ice in the last 10 seconds of the Taylor Hall penalty.
That's a big individual effort to finish off what is a really critical penalty kill. Now you need to get some energy, get some emotion, and this last push to try to get back in the game.
5-on-5 again as Hall returns. Here's Scrivens, sets the puck up for the keep. Bouncing puck to the front of the net. Here's Cassian, he fanned on the shot. Plays the puck to Tanev. Sean Mathias in front of the net. Cassian hunting the puck to Mathias out front. Richardson can't get a shot. Backhanded by Mathias is blocked. In comes Chris Tanev to Zach Cassian. Scrivens was down, he's back up. Cassian with the puck in for Mathias in traffic. Richardson right there with it, but the Oilers managed to take it back, and now they get out to center. Eddie Purcell's pass. He gets it back, takes a shot. Miller makes the save. Purcell's had the puck on his stick all night. Back in the blue line, Mark Bain open, but the pass comes across. Here's Schultz. His shot went off the stick, off the glass, and stays in. Bain kept the puck in along the boards. Taylor Hall. On comes Nugent Hopkins. Purcell in the corner as well. Off the bench comes Jeff Petrie, and he'll get the puck with 3 minutes to go. A couple more shifts for the top line. One of them now. Nugent Hopkins gets to center. A return pass from David Perron. Walks into the open. He had a shot. Petrie takes one, and that's deflected up off the glass by Ryan Stanton and Bo Horvat. Found the Kara, and he fell, didn't get the puck out. Petrie's pass is an errant one, and the Canucks get a break there and clear the puck down the ice. Yannick Hansen into the middle. Daniel Sedin for Bo Horvat, and a great play to tip that away, and the Oilers are back through center. Off the wing, Leon Draisaitl to the front of the net. Puck's knocked into the corner. Draisaitl kept the puck in, but he gave it away. And against Dan Hamhuis steps to center. Pouliot's trying to check in as Hamhuis dumps the puck in. And the play is stopped and delayed offside call. 2:10 to go in the third period. A little rest, and the Nugent Hopkins line will likely be back when we come back on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey. Welcome back to a night at the bakery. Turnovers for everyone.
Well, lots of talk behind both benches. Coaches talk about protecting the puck. Nikita Nikitin just errantly throws it away, and look at the chaos in front of the net as Ben Scrivens tries to find the puck through traffic. Lots of bodies flying side to side. A defenseman coming back and getting inside the net. all kinds of turnovers in this game on both ends.
That's why we see all the saves by scrimmage, 19 of them, Silver.
There's Taylor Hall with a shot into the corner. Predictably, after the last TV timeout, Oilers' top line is on the ice and they have the puck. Hall turns, trying to get himself open. The goaltender's coming out for the extra attacker. With 1:47 to go, Scrimmage got to the bench. Petrie has the puck. Barrett's advanced the puck. Hall goes after it against the exit. It comes loose to Alex Edler. Down on the boards. Teddy Purcell threw the puck at the net, tipped wide. Taylor Hall is in after it. Cycles back in the corner. Hendricks Lee's trying to break that cycle. The exit gets grabbed onto. Oilers get the puck to the blue line. David Perron shoots. And Ryan Miller makes the save. There was no screen in front of him.
Ryan Miller makes the save.
Yeah, you can see Perron almost defeated at throwing that one at the net. Nobody in front. He's not going to score from there. Some tired bodies out here. You wonder if the timeout will be called. And it looks like Dallas Aikens will be the one to try to gather his crew, get a rep.
Minute 19 to go, and his top players are all on the ice. They've had a 40-second shift, and they'll get a break here before they have another one. On Sportsnet, the magazine, the cover of the latest edition has a picture of Ryan Miller and asks the question, are they for real? I'm not entirely sure if we know tonight. The Sedins are certainly back with a vengeance this season.
I think without question, when Vancouver has been a great team and a long playoff team, they could defend, they could hold on to a one-goal lead and batten down a 1-0 game. Right now, the last two games, at least for them, has shown, Glenn, there's some weaknesses in there, but there's also a lot of strengths.
Well, they're having fun now, and you see Doug Lidster drawing a play up for them. Quick little story, when Doug Lidster was coaching his son's team, he came up to Toronto for a tournament. I drove to watch his son play, and within 5 minutes, Doug Lidster was kicked out of the game and out of the building. Of course. Because he was yelling at a referee. Now, he says that he left voluntarily. No, I was there, out, don't come back. Anyways, wonderful coaching staff, way different than last year, and it's a new coach, new approach, different attitude in Vancouver.
Look at the headbutting going on right now. Richardson.
Vancouver's won 62% of the face-off with court. Is the Oilers' best and one of the best in the business. And Boyd Gordon's going to get waved out. That's a huge advantage for Vancouver. Nugent Hopkins is a centerman. He comes in to take the draw, and he won it straight back. Schultz, side of the net. Eberle shot. Bouncing puck, and Miller got over to make a save on Taylor Hall. Purcell can't hold the puck into the line. And the Oilers back up. Regroup and go back in again. Miller sets the puck up for Dan Matthews. Calmly up the boards. Nick Bonino with a nice play. Tipped the puck to Brad Richardson. He got it out through center. Eddie Purcell is back. Leaves the puck for Nugent Hopkins, and here comes 93. Dumps the puck in. Matthews first man back. Pushed the puck to the boards. Bonino made another nice play. Spun around. Too many Oilers there from the blue line. Schultz has to wait. Takes the shot. Still no traffic in front. An easy save for Miller. Still a half a minute to go. David Perron with the goaltender out of the extra attacker on. Back to the blue line. Schultz puts the puck in for Perron. He's got Hall with him behind the net. Eberle comes into the corner and takes the puck for Taylor Hall. Perron's in front of him. Back to the blue line. Schultz. Nugent Hopkins. Taylor Hall. Great save by Miller. He's got Hall with him. Back to the blue line. Schultz puts the puck in for Perron. He's got Hall with him behind the net. Eberle comes in for Calgary on that failed power play. Brower shoots the puck in.
Game, and instead, it's been a quick turnaround. Picked up, but
in the first game. Now, when they go in and look closer at the video in the second intermission, they're not going to be very happy about the one that wasn't called. And then the call that McDavid got for the penalty shot. Entertaining night in the first game at Rogers Place on Scotiabank. Wednesday night hockey. Oilers by 2 through 2. Here's Derek. Second power play goal. Up next on Wednesday night hockey, to the point with Nick Kiprios and Darren Pang. Be ready to go. Wednesday night hockey to the point with Nick Kiprios and Darren Pang. Be ready to go. Wednesday night hockey continues.
Welcome back to
Wednesday night hockey to the point with its second power play goal. Next on Wednesday night hockey to the.
This overtime period brought to you by Subway Restaurants. More fresh fuel for more hockey. Subway. Eat fresh.
with, but despite his
One deflected by one of his forwards, the other, I think he was still thinking about the first. So we go to the third period with Vancouver having outplayed Edmonton, but only leading by a goal. The Sedins and Radovan are on the ice. They have 4 points between them and had a great night. Radovan has his 28th National Hockey League 2-goal game.
Can I disagree with Gene? There weren't a lot of long nights in the Gretzky Company. They were short. They were really short. They had a couple of them. End of the first 6-0. Whoops.
I remember those days when it was Death Valley in Alberta. Chris Tanev chased by Jordan Everton. Yakupov in traffic. Canucks take the puck back. And as Burrows clears it, down goes Yakupov, and there'll be a penalty on the play.
Well, the first penalty was a slash by Dorsett on a stick. Went unnoticed. He was just coming back into the play. Puck was there for a split second, and it was gone and broken stick. Here's the other slash in the middle of traffic. This is a tough play for Yakupov to make. And Burrows, as you saw the puck go bouncing by, got his stick up and rode up the stick and into the face. As you saw the puck go bouncing by, got his stick up and rode up the stick and into the face of Yakupov.
So a pivotal part of the game right now. 58 seconds a 58-second 5-on-3 opportunity for Edmonton, trailing by a goal. Richard Hopkins on to take the draw. Justin Schultz has the puck in the blue line. Ian Taylor Hall switch places and they'll start to close in. They're all screening in front of the net. R&H. Hall moves to the right side. One-timer that was blocked. Benito tried to clear the puck and he just got it by Taylor Hall out to center.
That was a choreographed play as you saw Hall slide out to Edwards and perfectly followed the pass across and got the shooting lane.
Cross-ice pass is blocked. 0% count. David Perron. Darnell there. Hall's right behind him. Takes the puck. Under some pressure. Assists on her. Taylor into the defenseman back. There's a one-timer. Schultz missed the legit. And because of the angle he was at, he's got to go back into his own zone to get the ball.
Gets there quickly, closes the gap, and makes the nice solid block.
Taylor, what a great chance for Leon Draisaitl. I think the puck hit the net. 51 ago.
Yeah, it was a good read by Matt Pearson. He ended up calling it as the puck went around. Nice defensive effort. Edler took away the cross seam pass, then reads the little switch out, gets there quickly, closes the gap, and makes the nice solid block. There's a nifty pass cross seam that Draisaitl had a split second to get it up and over, and he got up and closes the gap and makes the nice solid pass, then reads the little switch out, gets there quickly, closes the gap and makes the nice solid block. There's a nifty pass cross seam that Draisaitl had a split second to get it up and over, and he got up and over a little too high.
You think of the 2 good chances they had on that power play. Schultz misses the net and Draisaitl misses the net.
1 hour, 14 minutes, 40. 1 hours, 15 minutes, 50 seconds. 1 hour, 15 minutes. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 50 minutes. 1 hour, 15 minutes. 1 hour,
delayed offside is called.
Okay, I'm going to come up with a new segment, In the Grease. If I was back in the studio, I would show this on the big screen. This is what not to do in the blue paint. Spot the goalie, take a penalty, goal disallowed. Not the way to do it. Let's look at the proper way to do it. And that's the way Sedin does it. Doesn't stay anywhere near the blue paint, stays in the white, and Scrivens has no chance to see the puck.
1 hour, 17 minutes. 1 hour, 17 minutes. 1 hour, 17 minutes, 28 seconds. 1 hour, 43 minutes, 43 seconds.
And that's the way Sedin does it. Doesn't stay anywhere near the blue paint, stays in the white, and Scrivens has no chance to see the puck. The bad and the good. All in one night.
Leon Draisaitl, weak wide. That's knocked out of the air by
2 minutes, 52 seconds. 1 hour, 43 minutes, 43 seconds.
Calmly stayed right with him.
You think of Draisaitl, some big minutes here. He and Purcell driving up the middle. Not the best pass, but it's a heck of a play by Purcell to knock it down. Good speed to the outside, and boy, it's nothing like getting 1 goal early in the game. Give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
Jordan won.
It's not like getting one goal early in the game, give you some life, give you some legs. Purcell has not played with the intensity that you've seen in the latter part of this game since that goal. That's the type of game you need to see from him.
Jordan won the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with some traffic headed for the net, and there'll be another face-off in Edmonton's attacking zone.
Glenn, what's going through your head if you're Ryan Miller right now?
I got to make the next save. Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. Because you're right, the game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play. More than likely Eddie Lack plays that game because he was so good against that opponent before it earlier this year. So he's got to play well for 12 minutes. Hope his team gets a goal and don't give up on it.
Chris Higgins gets the puck deep for Vancouver. Burrows, Nick Benito. Back to the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with a shot on goal.
All right, Jim, a bit of housekeeping. The Oilers will finish the game. A defenseman short is Brandon Davidson is not returning to the game. The guess is his injury occurred on this collision with Matthew Tkachuk behind the net. Not sure what the extent of the injury is, but again, a guess would be upper body.
He was really slow to get up. He didn't want to engage.
And he strapped through the wrestling that was going on there. 100 bucks. That's the intensity for him.
The Oilers are running into some injury probably another season in Edmonton's attacking.
Game you need to see from
Jordan won the draw. Petrie's shot is stopped by Miller with some traffic headed for the net, and there'll be another face-off in Edmonton's attacking zone.
Glenn, what's going through your head if you're Ryan Miller right now?
I got to make the next save. Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. You're right, the game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play. More than likely Eddie Lack plays that game because he was so good against that opponent. Make the next save. Don't worry about the last one. As a goalie, it's always the next one. You're right, the game was in hand. They added one. You're looking ahead to tomorrow night where they play. More than likely Eddie Lack plays that game because he was so good against that opponent before it earlier this year. So he's got to play well for 12 minutes. Hope his team gets a goal and don't give up on it.
Chris Higgins gets the puck deep for Vancouver. Burrows, Nick Benito. Back to the blue line, and Chris Tan, big screen in front as the puck comes down again to Burrows.
Under speed the entire game, and just a little stutter step. You have to respect him beating into the outside. Watch what this stutter step right there does on Giordano. He loses it for a split second, but Wyman comes back and saves the goal. Can't find the rebound. Wyman battling hard, and he's able to lift the stick of Everly and not allow him to get into the empty net.
What a display of speed with the puck and absolutely fearless cut to the net.
Just before the blue line, he made it look like he might cut back for a split second. And, you know, for Giordano, he's got to respect that. And that's what opened up the lane to go to the net hard.
The Oilers get it out.
The options there. And instead,
In the third and another chance to get ahead.
you know, as a forward, when you get the puck in the neutral zone, you see you don't have any support. You just try to buy yourself some time, get some open ice, and instead, a little bit of a delay, stutter step by Everly, tried to go outside, inside, and Stanton just got his stick tied in between. There weren't many options there for him, but a nice job instead of just throwing it away, creating something and getting a power play.
Well, once again, Edmonton's top line was on the ice, so the second power play unit has to start here. Arcabello will try and win the face-off against Brad Richardson. Off the draw, the Oilers get the puck. Teddy Purcell again walks in, then the pass in front of the boxing puck. Puya knocks it down and gets a return pass. Back to the blue line, Justin Schultz over on the other side. The quick shot is blocked. Here comes Purcell, knocks the puck loose. Purcell again, the screen set up, he goes across the ice and Moore had to make a good save on the quick shot by Yakupov. Schultz intercepts it. Here's a 2-on-1 short-handed. Chris Higgins, Richardson hits for the net, takes the pass, backhander, stopped by Scrimmins. Flailed at it and got a piece of it. And the Oilers, but still on the power play. And It's still in the tie. Shooting David Perron after the puck. Kevin Bieksa is back. He lost his footing. Dan Andrews can't clear the puck. Justin Schultz into the middle. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins walks in. Neglected to shoot. Taylor Hall. Warren H. Perron in front of the net. Everly's back at the blue line. And Schultz goes along the boards now to Taylor Hall. Battling to get the puck is Dan Andrews. He got knocked down. Here's Everly. Here's Schultz. Everly can't get the shot away, so he throws the puck back to the blue line. Schultz on the other side. Hall whips it around. Everly shoots. Miller makes the save and hangs on.
A good chance at the end of the power play by the Edmonton Oilers, but it was left overtime. Something and getting a power play for him, but a nice job instead of just throwing it away, creating something and getting a power play.
Here's Brad Richard off the draw. The Oilers get the puck. Teddy Purcell again walks in, fed the pass in front, a bouncing puck. Pouliot knocks it down and gets a return pass. Back to the blue line. Justin Schultz over on the other side. The quick shot is blocked. Here comes Purcell. Knocks the puck loose. Purcell again. The screen set up. It goes across the ice, and Miller had to make a good save on the quick shot by Yakupov. Schultz intercepted. Here's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Chris Higgins. Richardson heads for the net. Takes the pass. Backhander stopped by Scrivens. Flailed at it and got a piece of it. Still on the power play. And still in the tie. Shooting. David Perron is after the puck. Kevin Bieksa is back. He lost his footing. Dan Andrews can't clear the puck. Justin Schultz into the middle. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins walks in. Neglected to shoot. Taylor Hall. Warren H. Perron in front of the net. Everly is back at the blue line. And Schultz goes along the boards now to Taylor Hall. Battling to get the puck is Dan Andrews. He got knocked down. Here's Everly to Schultz. Everly can't get the shot away, so he throws the puck back to the blue line. Schultz on the other side. Hall whips it around. Everly shoots. Miller makes the save and hangs on.
By Talbot.
And Schultz goes along the boards now to Taylor Hall. Battling to get the puck.
Time runs out. And Everly showing the slash there just for posterity with Chris.
Just going to try to eat it here.
The Canucks.
1 hour, 4 minutes.
Vancouver reported ahead with its second power play goal. Next.
Ice Wayne Gretzky and friends made for some long nights in this building for opposing goaltenders, and it has been like that on occasion for Ryan Miller. He's either very good or not so good. Now Miller, when he first got into
Brought
the
to you by
National Hockey League,
Scotiabank, proud supporter of over 5,000 community hockey teams and Canada's 5th season.
even though the numbers change, 65 puts the on his stick. Now 30 doesn't have the same ring to it, but despite his ups and downs with Vancouver, he's only a period away from his 12th win of the season.
Decided that Bennett can use his hot shoot. Chipping it up and over past Albert.
Cycles back in the corner.
Likely goal scorer.
Trying to break that cycle. The exit is perfect. Orders get the puck to the blue line. David Perron shoots. Miller makes the save. There was no screen.
Bennett's not one of your regulars. But you have to put him in there.
Yeah, you can see it. It looks like
Good line. David Perron cycle.
You would think. I know I would. Taking a shootout shot this year.
The exit is grabbed onto. Orders get the puck to the blue line.
0% vertically score.
And let's see who comes over the board.
Exit is grabbed onto. Orders get the puck to the blue line.
All standing up.
David Perron.
Full sporting mark.
Regulars. Jordan Everly stepping out, ready to go. Check that. Edmonton shooting first, and like I said, Calgary. It is Everly shooting first. 2 for 4 this
0% vertically
season.
score.
39.1% career. Here it comes. First shooting. Practice with not sit. Nobody in front. You can see almost defeated that throw now when at the net. Nobody in front. He's not going to score from there. Like Dallas, 8 tired bodies out here with India.
Gaudreau set to shoot 1 for 2 this year. 37.5% career.
Goal scored in large hockey arena with large crowd reaction. YouTube audio playing tab item. Goal scored in large hockey arena with large crowd reaction. YouTube and 6 more pages. Personal life.
His whole rhythm was thrown off when he mishandled the one by the top of the circle. Right there, kind of kicks him out of the sequence, and Cam Talbot doesn't play.
Goal scored in large hockey arena.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins 1 for 2 this year, 4 for 14 in his career.
Tired bodies out here. You wonder if
Nugent-Hopkins looking. No goal off the post.
That's a spot.
out will be called.
Goes there more often than not. Low glove this time on Taylor Lundgren. Just over the top, almost to the block for the glove, and beats Hiller.
Sliders. 1 hour 35 minutes 31 seconds and 1 hour 43 minutes.
1 for 2 this year, 8 for 16 in his career on the shootout. Nobody has scored yet. Here comes Monahan.
Play keyboard. 1 hour. Current value 6,021. Minimum value 0. Maximum 1 hour 40 minutes 31 seconds.
Another good read by Cam Talbot.
Play graph. 1 hour.
Backhand forehand.
1 hour 41 minutes 20.
And a real disadvantage that the faceoff comes outside, isn't it? If that had been a play that Miller just
0%
gathered, would it not be inside?
If he had smothered the puck.
Smothers the puck, yeah.
NHL November 19. Next keyboard. 0 minutes. 0 YouTube vid.
Here's 6 for 25 in his career. Scores 7.6.
It's a 2-1 here in the shootout.
Great decision to see puck bobbing around, try to shoot
Especially with Boyd Gordon from a face-off win. With 2 seconds, one goal with 3 seconds.
YouTube video play. 1 hour 40 minutes.
Here comes Sam Bennett, his first ever
Won't meet again till April.
shootout appearance.
NHL November 9. 1 hour. 1 hour. 42 minutes 9 seconds and 1 hour 43 minutes 43 seconds.
Stopped in a hurry with a couple of seconds to go, and it just never happened.
It seems better than everything.
Well, you would think Sedin would go forward with this face-off, and he tries to go backwards, then you've got 4 guys standing around. And Miller, we talked about him, don't worry about the last one, worry about the next one. You know, he's a goaltender who's been around for a long time, and it looks like he's going to make it now perfect 11-0 against the Edmonton Oilers.
That's a 0%.
With appearance, the score here.
Goal scored in large hockey arena with large crowd reaction. YouTube and 6 more pages. Personal Microsoft Edge window. Goal scored in large hockey arena with large crowd.
The seconds to go, and just about happened. He stopped in a hurry with a couple of seconds to go, and it's standing one. Sitting Met. Down goes Richardson. Up with the puck. Down goes Richardson. Up with the puck. Gets it to center, and this wild run is over. 4 straight wins for Vancouver over Edmonton this season. Record for Ryan Miller against Edmonton.
Don't apologize for the wins. And for Miller and company, they had the game in hand. It looked like it was going to be an easy night, but they ended up having to fight it a lot harder than they expected to get the win.
At one point up 3-1, they'll finish 5-4 and head home to play Ryan Kessler and the Anaheim Ducks. There are our 3 stars. The Sedin's always great here. Bravado with 2 goals, and Pinizzato was his first goal of the season. A wild run in Edmonton, and the Canucks won at 5-4, and now here's Ken.
I think he's, really a generational athlete.